I'm growing blueberries, cilantro, parsley, ghost peppers, serrano peppers, bell peppers, and strawberries.
All
Yeah.
them peppers.
You know the thing about cilantro, right? Have you grown cilantro before?
It's getting really big.
Yeah. If you let it flower, it changes the taste. It'll never taste the same again, and then it'll die. So
Yeah.
You know
you
what?
gotta.
That'll be okay because I don't really actually use it all that often.
Oh, give it to me. Give me your cilantro. Cat.
Susie's one of those people that cilantro tastes like soap.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Susie.
I know.
The soapy.
Cilantro is delicious.
I enjoy it as well, but she hates it.
Yeah, I am actually thinking about removing it though because it's getting tall enough that it's starting to disrupt the sunlight on the plants around it.
Hmm.
Yeah. I've had to do
Just
that with
trim it back a little bit.
yeah.
I still need to actually get like gardening supplies.
Hmm.
Just been using my hands.
I mean,
Cool.
that's fine. I have gardening supplies, and I just dig in the dirt with my hands because it's fun.
You guys ready to dungeons these dragons?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hell yeah.
We could just talk about gardening.
Yeah. Do you want to hear about how my dog tries to help me garden?
I let Archer help me when I need to dig holes. I'm like, come here and dig this hole, buddy.
The thing with Jody is that she'll see that we've been working in the garden, and she's like, "Ah, nice soft dirt," and then she'll just go dig in it while we're not looking because she knows she's not supposed to. And we come out like the next day, and there's just a giant hole in the middle of our garden. We're like, Jody, no.
Well, I find it really funny that the squirrels came and did that yesterday because the only thing that changed yesterday was that I grew a bunch of green beans and in the photo I showed you saw they were all like evenly spaced, right? They weren't when I planted them because I didn't think that they would all pop up, so I put like 2 seeds in a hole and they all grew and I was like, these are too close. I need to space them out.
Yeah, that's generally what you do. Is you plant like too many and then you thin them.
Right. So I did that, and the squirrels were like, "Oh."
Damn squirrels.
Have you done this for us?
Well, the
No
and the funny
garden?
thing is, like, they didn't limit themselves to that one thing. Like, I have a pot that there's new dirt in it, and they just dug in the dirt. There's no plants, there's no spuds, there's no nothing. And again, they're seeds, and they're not like bulbs. They're like chrysanthemum seeds, so they're this big. It's the equivalent of breaking into a sunflower seed. The payoff is not great.
I don't know that.
If it makes you guys feel better, squirrel season opens up here at the end of the month, so I'll probably go squirrel hunting.
My friend told me that I should get a bird feeder to cut down the number of squirrels. I was like, that will have the opposite effect of what I'm cutting for.
Yeah, don't get in there, man. Like, no.
It just means I'll get more squirrels.
Let's dungeons these dragons. So last we left off, you guys were in the Elf Song Tavern. You had arranged rooms, figured out your sleeping arrangements, and were in the tavern itself trying to figure out your next move. You know you're supposed to go talk to or I had a burp, I'm sorry. You know that Lord Neverember is in his estate here, somewhere in the upper city. You know that he knows the location or at least has some information on the previous Black Staff of Waterdeep who has disappeared with the staff. The Black Staff, the Dragon Staff of Waterdeep, which controls the ward in Waterdeep that keeps dragons out of it. There's also dragons going crazy and trying to murder people. Previously, you actually met a flight of dragons as they flew north to have a conclave, to have a meeting discussing the oncoming dragon rage. But right now, we are in the Elf Song Tavern. The place itself is populated by a hodgepodge of other what looks like adventurers. Okay. A halfling, rough-looking halfling thief, a half-orc, a man on a table who is like he's like that guy that goes to Starbucks to write a screenplay. He just has papers spread out all over a table, and it looks like he's been here for hours. And he's just organizing things and taking notes and reading through a book. The owner themselves is a half-elven woman who has slightly pointy ears and an odd accent that you guys haven't heard before. Um, and she had served you guys your food, given you your drinks. You ordered a rum. I forget what it was called, but it's basically rum and sugar. It's like
Delicious.
it's the Baldur's Gate equivalent of a hurricane. Um, and as you guys were downing your drinks, catching a good buzz, we were sitting around the table, and I believe you guys were trying to plan your next steps, how you wanted to approach Lord Neverember, and what you wanted to do next. So I will leave you guys there.
Oh,
So tie him up, and then just make sure that we interrogate him. Probably with some forceps, and pull his ears apart. So, so to make it so that he can listen to us.
Is that really necessary?
I don't know about that one.
Couldn't we just talk to him like a normal person?
Has that ever worked for us?
Kelric, I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of did.
Have we ever
with,
tried it?
With the
Try it.
dragon dude. We talked to him like a normal person, and he told us a long story, and we took a nap, and then he gave us gold. So, you know, it can work.
Yeah.
but that he was a dragon. They're a different breed.
A better breed, would you say?
I
Wow.
wouldn't say actually.
somebody
We all know
is a little biased.
We all know tieflings are the best breeds. Come on, we come equipped with
Well,
horns
you are
and
pretty
tails.
good, Jordan. So.
Thank you.
Hey,
can't
Jordan.
argue.
You are quite fantastic.
Can you move your tail on its own?
Swish, swish goes my tail.
Oh,
So it has a mind of its own.
I got an idea.
I don't think it's prehensile, Layla.
I need another round.
Are you going to make him look like a dragon? Make her look like a dragon, sorry.
I could try making Jordan look like a dragon. Let me get my pouch.
I want to be a droid.
But
Lady Alina will, or Aelith will swing by really quickly, scoop up your drinks, and as she goes to walk off in the background, you can hear, like, drifting out, seemingly sourceless, a low, sweet, almost melancholy sound. Is a woman's voice begins to just hauntingly, slightly echo through the tavern. You see a lot of the other patrons and the bartender behind the bar and Lady Aelith, they all kind of stop what they're doing as this song slowly swells and begins to fill the tavern. And it's mournful, almost like a cry. But the notes or they summon up thoughts of bitterness and lost, but it's lost of something that you once loved. It's that feeling of having been glad for having experienced it, but sad that it's over. And the sound is sourceless. The song is wordless, but the emotions are brought out in you anyway. And this lasts for about 2 minutes, where the whole bar just freezes, and this song slowly seems to play itself out and dip down, becoming more and more quietly. You could see the big half orc behind the bar. The actual bartender has a tear rolling down his face. Big grizzled leather skinned dude. And he sort of shakes himself out of the reprieve, wipes the tear from his face, and goes back to cleaning the bar. And as soon as the song ends, the patrons seem to go back to what they were doing.
you guys got live music in here?
Does that happen often?
I miss my mom.
Aelith comes back and starts putting your drinks back out on the table, and she says, "Hey, well, every once in a while in this bar, this is why it's called the Elf Song. It's probably haunted, and."
Oh, we have a haunted bar too.
We do.
She nods. And she's like, "Oh, is it here? You gotta
No, it's
you're
in
not from here.
Waterdeep.
Oh, that's good. You got a haunted bar in Waterdeep. Does your ghost
Mhm.
sing? Cause my ghost just sings."
No, ours
Aw.
like cleans the bar occasionally and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. That's more. Mine just makes people real fucking sad, you know.
That's pretty cool too, though. That's a neat feature. We should start making like one of those little travel lists of like haunted bars, and we can all like put our names.
Yes.
Like a brochure, like the most haunted bars in the Sword
Yeah.
Coast.
Oh
That's a good
yes, we
idea.
need this. Hi, Debbie.
So you do, wait, here's your drinks. I'm sorry if the ghost she made you a little sad. I know maybe if you're a little sensitive, like Brevlik over there, it'll get out the tears in you. But she doesn't hurt people. She just it's just the song.
It's a good type of haunted.
You said his name was Brevlik.
Yeah, Brevlik, he's the bartender over there, the big fella. He keeps a lot of adventures in and out of here. He used to fight in the arena, so people know him. They don't mess around in my bar, you know.
I'll be right back.
Cool.
Brevlik will bust your skull. Okay, you get up and go up, and he's like
Oh, yeah.
finishes wiping the tears from his face, and then he goes back to cleaning the bar.
Hi, I heard your name was Breverick.
And he's like, no, it's Brevlik,
Yeah, that one.
Brevlik, Brevlik.
Sounds cute. You wanna? Well, I got a
Oh
room
my God.
upstairs.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
there's,
Layla.
Okay.
He looks at the group of you. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration from last week.
Sure.
Oh my god. You really want that.
Yeah, I do.
That
19.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Get 'em,
Okay.
get
He
'em.
looks over your shoulder and he's like, "Hey, look, there's 4 rooms, and well, this is what I'm asking. Which one of you guys, who are you sharing a room with?"
Where is Ira? Point with
She's
her-
sitting at the table.
Point to Ira. That one.
Yeah, all right, no problem.
I mean, if you want that one to join, she got this cool thing where she can, look like anything.
What did we decide we were gonna
If you got some kind of fantasy.
getting down and dirty? And he's like, "Hey, look, I'm not trying to pressure you into anything you're uncomfortable with here. Like, if you're just trying to get laid, we can go upstairs, just you and me, once the bar calms down. If your friend wants to join, your friend wants to join, but I don't want you to feel pressured about it, you know?"
Oh yeah, that'll be fine.
He's like, I don't
Just
know
don't
what that
schedule
means. Is
anything
that a
for a few
yes?
hours.
Is she coming? Is it just gonna be us? How's this gonna work?
Hey, Ira, you down?
Ira's like, well, I mean, I am getting a little hungry.
Hey, don't mention that, but yeah. See? Everything's cool. I'll do a little bit of praying to my God, and then I'll take on your voice, and it'll all be great.
He's like, you're gonna what?
No, I just was using your accent on accident. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, all right then. Well, as long as you're not gonna like steal my voice or something. This isn't like a Little Mermaid situation, is it?
No. That would be too weird.
All right
Poor
then.
unfortunate soul.
Look, I can't look. I obviously can't leave the bar while it's running. But like once it calms down and we go to close up for the night, I'll slip up to your room.
Sounds great.
All right. I'll bring the prophylactics. You bring some lube.
I don't need any.
Prophylactics or lube?
Well.
Look,
Bye! Goodbye! I'm a cleric! I can hear you.
There's a cantrip. The morning after cantrip.
Uh-huh.
Wait, is being pregnant a condition?
Might be. I feel fatigued.
It depends on who's asking. I hear it's a parasite.
Well, no, I was just thinking of all those spells that are like remove one condition.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Oh dear me.
I'm gonna saunter back to the table and be like, alright, I'm feeding Ira, so she's gonna be like good to go for a while, and we might be able to get some information out of that guy. It'd be great.
So that's what that was about.
I mean, we could
Using my
probably just
feminine
ask them
wiles. I mean,
easily.
Chris, come on. Okay, well you could try the asking. That's fine.
No, you've already done your thing. I'll just sit back and let it happen.
You're probably right, but this is a sure deal, right? Probably. I don't know.
I mean, he seemed
gets-
real like it didn't take much like persuasion at all. He was just like, yeah, sure, we can bone.
I mean, that's not even what y'all agreed on. He just said he'd come to your room. We don't know what will happen.
Also
They might
true.
play
though.
Tiddlywinks.
We might play Tiddlywinks.
Emphasis on the titty.
Tell her you miss her whispering eye. You guys seen Role Models?
I need to.
Oh,
I have the
it's,
DVD.
it's funny.
It's a good one.
It's a very quotable movie. Dude, I'm not gonna tell you what I did last night, but smell my eyes. It's great. Anyway, back to the game. So the song ends. Layla goes up to the bar and is propositioning the bartender. What are the rest of us doing? What's the plan here? What's the conversation that's being had?
We might be able to talk to the kid that gave us directions to here.
Pike.
Pike.
Yeah, you spoke with
Do that
Aelith
while Layla's
and asked her to
busy.
send for him. She said she would send out word to get him to come by the bar. He just hasn't shown up yet.
Okay.
So is there anything else you guys want to accomplish inside the Elf Song Tavern, or we want to go ahead and fast forward to Pike?
I'm just going to drink my whiles away. Just try to get
Okay.
those fleeting memories out of my head.
So some of you have quite a few. What is the drink again? I have it brought up
You
here.
said murder in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, it's called a murder in Baldur's Gate. Yeah. So some of you drink away the sugary rum beverage. It's mostly rum, and while away your time inside the tavern. The song comes and goes. It doesn't seem to be on a schedule. It just seems to swell up out of nowhere. Sometimes it's in the middle of the song. Sometimes it seems to be at the end. It's the kind of song that's like it's one of those things that it sounds like hello and goodbye at the same time. Like aloha.
Mm-hmm.
It has a happy feeling to it, but there's a longing for that happiness. There's a sadness that it's past.
It's melancholy.
Yeah. And so it comes and goes a few times. And after, half an hour to an hour of drinking and eating your meals and sort of watching the other patrons in the bar, maybe some side conversations, eventually Pike does breeze in through the door, the little dirty boy, his hair cropped really short, um, filthy from the streets, wearing something slightly better than rags. Breezes in through the door, looks around, waves to Aelith, sees the group of you sitting at the table, and sort of just casually walks over. You can see the patrons in here. It seems like they're used to seeing him in the bar. So he approaches your table and he goes, so I guess Aelith says you guys wanted maybe to go ahead and have me show you around the city a little bit, answer some questions.
Yeah, we were looking for a specific residence.
He nods. Oh, okay. Yeah, I if you're looking for somebody's house, I can probably get you to it.
Neverember?
He like winces visibly, and he says, that's up in the upper city. It's past the walls. I hate to say it, they're not gonna let me through, and they may not let you through either. Guards, you gotta be a certain type to get in and out of there.
If we threw some money at him.
Also,
He
I
shrugs.
have this bag, and it's got disguise kit in it. Would that help at all? I don't know. Kelrick?
He shrugs.
We all have like fancy outfits, don't we? From
You do.
like
Cruise
Singles Night or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can just.
Would we want to draw that attention around town?
Hey, Pike.
Just around that time.
How about we make a deal if you'd be interested? How about in lieu of payment, we buy you a fancy enough outfit that you could get in there on your own?
He goes, I mean, look, that sounds nice, and I know you're just trying to be nice to like, the poor homeless kid, but out here, if I go walking around in nice clothes, they're just gonna get stolen off of me, man. I'm a small kid. There's a reason I run the con I run. I'm not out there robbing people.
I didn't mean to wear on a day-to-day basis. I meant if you ever want to try and get in that part of the city.
He shrugs. I mean, if I want to get into that part of the city to do stuff, there's ways you can sneak in.
Hmm.
You gotta go on
Probably be a lot
tours.
easier to con people if you look like one of them.
And he's like, you gotta go on
True.
the. He's like, he nods and he's like, it may be easier to run my cons, but like I don't. Look, I just don't want to get stabbed. That's why Tommy Two Cloaks is called
Oh.
Tommy Two Cloaks, because he's got two cloaks.
Mm-hmm.
And if you fuck with him and try to take one of his two cloaks, he stabs you. He's tough enough that he can keep two cloaks, you see?
I
Oh,
see.
I was thinking like
I was
one
gagging
cloak.
for a minute. I was like, are they going to protect him from stabbing somehow?
Yeah.
So I don't need fancy. I dress like this on purpose, It keeps me inconspicuous. The watch doesn't look too hard at me. People take pity on me. I don't need any fancy clothes.
Okay,
You're fine then.
that's fine.
But I mean, if you want to go into Lord Neverember's estate, you get like a meeting with him or something. You guys here to do, business with
Do
him?
we have to get a meeting? Does he see commoners?
Can't we
He-
just
He
Secretary.
nods. Well, not tonight, but tomorrow he'll let people into the estate to ask favors.
Is he like a don or
There's-
something?
A don? I'm sorry, I don't know what that word means.
Some kind of mafioso?
Is that Elvish?
It's
Give
draconic.
him an offer that he cannot refuse.
And he's like, the lords in Baldur's Gate, they're the power, the rulers in the city, and Neverember is one of the bigwigs. You can get in to see him. You just might have to wait in line.
Hmm.
This line.
What?
How long is this line?
He shrugs. Depends on the day and how many people need something from him. Let's say you and your neighbor get in a fight because your neighbor stole your pig. You got to take the pig to one of the lords to have him settle the dispute and figure out what to do with you and the pigs, or how to punish the guy who stole it. Right? Or like,
we need to just.
if your mom's sick and you can't take care of her because you can't afford the medicine, one of the lords might loan you money. Stuff like that.
This sounds super tedious, and we don't have all the time in the world. Because it might be the end of the world as we know.
I mean, we could just break into his house, I guess.
We have
Yeah.
to break in.
Or we could just skip to the front of the line, just like emergency gray hands business.
Did
Oh yeah, we
anyone
have
just-
fancy badges. Do you think we can flash those to get in there?
That's not for the city, and there's
know.
one other option, although I don't think you guys are going to like it.
What is it?
That we could just wake up early.
Oh,
Nah.
like get in line.
Kelrick,
First in line.
I
Yes,
have a
alright.
thing this evening.
You know, you could turn into a bird and then go fly to the front of the line, like early in the morning, and just like hold our spots.
No, that would be cutting.
This is important.
Because
We must
basically-
cut.
You're saying do what I think we could do, but be a dick about it.
No, I just mean you can go hold our places. Everyone else can wake up late.
It would still be early because it does take time to walk to there from here.
No, but I just mean you would get there first and hold our places.
I mean, yeah, but the difference between early and late is not like an hour.
You know what? You're right, Kelrick. How about
Isn't
this?
it?
How about
No.
you just go up there and talk to Neverember, without us, and then just come back and then we can do some shopping while we're here. Is that
So-
okay? Fair?
Shopping.
Quick question. Why are we talking to him?
Because we're trying to find out where old Dragon Man went.
Do you think
'cause
the
they
old
were
dragon
friends.
Do you think the old dragon man's gonna like try to kill him?
I don't think so.
I mean, you made him waste his time.
Yeah, but like, I don't think he would try to kill him. I think he'd probably just be like angry with him and not talk to him anymore.
Okay. Is that
Think
what
he
you would do?
ghost him.
Pike is like, wait. There's a
Me?
dragon?
Not.
Don't
not
worry
here.
about it. He's not here.
Well,
Well,
this.
he might have to worry about it.
Well, he might be here. I don't know.
I mean, dragon. Dragon rage. What if he gets pissy?
Well, then we would probably know about it immediately.
What kind was he? Was he like a red one or blue one or
I thought wasn't he gold?
gold?
He was gold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Oh.
chromatics you gotta worry
Hard
about. The metallics are
got
okay, right?
gold in his
Yeah.
name.
Typically.
Okay.
Typically. But the
Dragon-
dragon rage is dragon rage. It'll make all of them go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, 'cause the bronze one in the lake had it. Had
Ocean.
ocean.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ocean
That was
dragon
fun.
was spooky.
We don't actually know if he got it or not. He just acted funny for a brief moment.
Hmm. Okay.
It could be like one of those things, like you get bitten by a mosquito, you don't feel it right away, and then later you're like really itchy.
That could be.
That's like the dragon rage.
Are you feeling
But-
itchy, Chris?
Am I?
I put my hand behind Chris's in front to feel for fever.
Eh.
I
Doesn't
don't
seem to
know.
have
You
a
seem
fever.
you seem
Yeah,
hot. Just because I don't know.
I have no point. You put your hand on her head. You're like, I have no point of reference, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the temperature I normally am, I guess. I don't know if the dragon rage makes you hotter.
I don't know if you're supposed to be hot or cold. Are you warm-blooded?
Yeah, I think so. I think dragons are warm-blooded. Pretty sure.
Okay,
I don't know.
then yeah.
Aren't they a
you-
type of
same
reptile
thought?
though?
Excuse you.
Are you a reptile? I think she Kelvic meant.
No, I said
reptiles.
I mean they might be an evolved, scary, giant form of reptiles, but so are Komodo.
Don't compare me to Komodo dragon, Kelric. These guys are idiots.
Jeez.
You ever met one?
It's just an observation.
Oh, don't be mean at Calrit. Calrit knows animals. Yeah.
That's,
Apparently not that well.
Mm.
to be fair, I know animals of a lower intelligence for the most part. I just assume that it translates over to bigger talking versions of them.
You just call him dumb, Calric! Just quit while you're ahead, buddy.
No. Lizards are dumb. Dragons are not dumb. They're two different things, but the one does seem like an evolved form of the other one.
I'm like sitting
how-
here with my arms crossed, just like I can't believe this.
kind of like how people seem like bigger, smarter versions of monkeys.
Well,
Should
Say
be
that.
waking up early in the morning.
I don't know about that. You guys aren't nearly
Waking up
hairy
early.
enough to be monkeys.
I guess that's probably the best.
Oh fuck! I just remembered I have cheese.
Oh, get the cheese.
Cheese whiz?
Big ol' plate of
Cheese
cheese.
whiz.
It's
Mm.
birthday cheese.
Birthday cheese. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Kind
yeah,
of
happy
cheese.
birthday.
Oh, is it your
Lady
birthday? Happy birthday.
It was yesterday.
Oh.
Happy late birthday, cheese.
Happy
Um,
birthday.
So what's the plan, guys?
Mm.
I guess we're Gonna go talk to him.
Do we have to
Better
wait in
yet,
line?
instead of waking up early, we can just go line up there right now.
Yes, we need to have a
Yeah.
tent.
Yeah, I'm already a
Camp
few
out.
murders.
I don't
I'm already a
know-
few murders in, so I think this, better now than.
I don't know if the rich people guard would take kindly to us camping in front of some dude's house.
Trying to hold our spot in line.
And we could at least see if the we could figure out where it is so we can get there faster.
Yeah, well, we could always just go and like try and make an appointment also.
This is accurate.
If we go and we can't get an appointment, then we'll just line up tomorrow.
We can always just kind of pull the clout card and say, we are from Waterdeep on important business.
Yeah, and try to use that to get an appointment.
Just flash our little badge.
Yeah, you gotta do it real fast so they don't
Whoa,
have time
whoa,
to question it.
Wait. He fled Waterdeep. He's probably gonna like not want to see us if we say we're from Waterdeep, right?
Oh,
Dude,
Maybe.
we just don't say we're from Waterdeep then. We'll just say we're from the Grey Hand. And
I'm pretty sure he would know what that is.
Yeah.
ugh.
so
We
I
just
guess
lie then. Let's just lie and say that we're cool people and go up and
You can trust us.
my
we say-
brain is
we-
falling apart.
we say we want an audience with Lord Neverember for matters of great importance, like if he could help us with dragons, in the form of dragons are going to dominate the world. We need his help, and only his help, because his help will save us.
Yes.
We just don't
Sure.
mention.
But no, it will be that helpful though. But
Well,
yeah, okay.
I
It
mean,
sounds good.
We try to play it up so that he'll be more receptive. I mean, unless we want to go the honest route and be like, Waterdeep will require your attendance in person.
I mean, they don't though. We don't
They-
even. The only reason we're here is to ask him for information. He doesn't actually have to do anything.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm just saying, worst case scenario, he thinks that and immediately tries to kill us.
Why are we automatically jumping to him trying to kill us?
How it happens.
Because he
Noble?
has.
I'm
No,
sure it'll be
it's-
fine.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be fine. If anything, he'll probably just try to use like his influence and his money to get us out of his hair.
That's true.
He's a big
Okay.
noble man.
So,
Hey, Pike, if you were a dragon, where would you be?
He looks at you confused.
In the city.
This not really a good place to be in the city as a dragon. It's, I don't know, probably in a cave somewhere. I
Are there
don't know.
caves in here in the city?
Well, Baldur's Gate's like a real old city, so like they keep building on top of it, so there's old stuff down underneath it, but like
Ooh.
nobody goes down there because I don't know, there's supposedly monsters and stuff, but
Ooh.
I don't think there's any dragons in the city. Like the Watch would probably try to kill them.
What if you look like a person?
A dragon that looks like a Look, I'm 10.
yeah, so use your imagination.
Right. Okay.
It's like, right. Well, I imagine if I was a dragon that looked like a person in the city, I could literally be anywhere in the city because I look like a person. I don't know.
There
That's
you
where
go.
I would be. I would literally be anywhere. Like where I am right now.
We need a dragon detector. Ike, get us a dragon detector.
He's still 10.
Who talks to you?
Damn it, we need to make him not 10 then.
Nice dragons?
Where are the dwarves? The dwarves? Dwarves? Dwarves?
Not a lot of dwarves here. Some of them live out in Brampton. there's a few out in Stony, but
Hmm.
on the one of the outer cities.
Okay. I was gonna say, cause like last time we saw him, he looked like a dwarf, right? Maybe
Yeah.
he would want to fit in and be like, "Oh, we're in this area. Definitely not a dragon." I don't know.
Do we happen to have? I mean, I remember what he looks like. I just don't think I can describe him to other dwarves.
So I think we're waiting until the morning, or are we gonna go there today?
I would go now.
Okay, in that case, we should probably get dressed.
Let me say look.
Yes.
Is this place dangerous?
He looks around the tavern, the elf song. He shrugs. It gets a little rowdy sometimes. People get drunk, get in fights. A lot of adventurers come in and out of here, but I don't know, the tavern itself, it's got a pretty good reputation. That's why I sent you here.
Hmm.
Where you
I
are.
think I think going tonight is a good idea, or today, say, is a good idea just so we can at least scope out the place. In case we want to, sneak in after hours.
Mhm.
We being me, because I don't trust anyone.
Oh, you don't
Not
want
to
me to
get
sneak
caught.
in with you?
I mean, if you Chris watching my back, I'm sure I'll be fine. So, yeah. But we'll cross that bridge when we get.
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
Let's do this thing.
Let's go.
Peg's like, all right, well, if you go up to the wall that splits down the city, the middle gate, it's Baldur's Gate. It's named after the dude who founded the city. If you go through that gate on your right, it'll be the wide. So you just follow the street toward the right. There'll be the wide. It's like a big park, basically. You go across that park, and you'll come to a street called Fox Street. His house is right there on the left. It's the biggest one on the street. It's hard to miss.
Okay.
Do you know where you could buy a map
But we
Of-
have this little
of-
boy.
A map of the
Of-
city?
of Baldur's Gate?
We have
Then
this
maybe you could just
little
show us on the
walking
map.
Yeah, if it's. I mean, and he looks over. And he's like, "Hey, Aelith, is Sid upstairs?" And she nods. It's like, "Yeah, Sid'll be up there making all kinds of shit.
Okay. I guess I'll
He's
go
got
talk
maps and scrolls and I don't know, magic rings and stuff."
Okay. Cool. What room is?
You caught me putting a piece of cheese in my mouth. Aelith comes by and she says, "Oh, he's up there in the third room on the right. It'll be just before your rooms, actually. So if you knock, he'll answer. He's always up there making stuff. He sells things. So
I'm gonna go investigate.
okay." So yeah, you go upstairs and find the door that directed you, and you knock on it. Um, and a elven man in like long purple robes answers the door. He has very fine, like elvish features, big, long, almost curled back ears. He's very tall, and you can see his room just has like tables and parchment and ink and vials and things stacked to the wall, and it's just a scattered mess. The door swings open. He sort of looks left and right, almost past you, Kelric, and then looks at Kelric and says, "Yes."
Hi. I was looking to purchase a map of Baldur's Gate, and I was told you could be the person to talk to.
He nods. Yes, maps, scrolls, paper, ink, incense, a few magic items.
You got anything else in there?
Did you go
Chris
up with him, Chris?
disappears.
Yeah.
Okay. He slowly turns and looks over his shoulder as if taking
I feel like that.
inventory. And he says, various spell casting components, 3 amulets, 1 ring of dark vision, 2 scrolls of protection. I have 4 maps of the city.
What are the
couple of
amulets?
books. And he looks at them and he goes, "Oh, those are specialty items."
Hmm.
I'm listening.
Let me see. Let me get some.
Could I purchase that ring off of you?
He nods. It would be 500 gold.
I need it.
He nods and he says, I have an amulet that will keep you dry in the rain. I
Mhm.
have an amulet that will let you predict the weather.
Mm-hmm.
And I have an amulet that will always tell you which way is north.
I thought you said you had 4 amulets.
It's 3.
Oh. Hmm.
He wants to keep one for himself.
In case of emergencies,
Like
like the sudden need for weather prediction.
And this ring is for better bartering skills.
Okay, I need to buy that first.
He says, I also have a rose that will never wilt.
Ooh.
I also have a necklace of flowers that will never wilt.
Ooh.
And a key that once placed in a lock, if used to lock the door cannot be unlocked unless the key is removed.
That sounds cool. Can I buy that? How much is that?
He nods. The key would be 300 gold.
Oh,
I need
cool.
like the most extreme version of a do not disturb I've ever seen.
I'll take it. I love locking doors.
That would be 5 gold for the map, 300 for the key, and 500 for the ring. Did you have any other special requests then?
I know. What else can you do? Also, Chris just I just dump out my pockets. I have like 1,000 gold on me right now from like
He
whatever
shrugs. He
it
says,
is we did earlier. So
I have 2 talents, one for enchantment, and the other inscribing. If you need something transcribed, or would like a scroll produced, I can do that. The magical items take time.
okay, I'll keep it in mind. Well, thanks for the key, and also I'm also paying for Kelric's
Okay.
ring.
He says,
Oh, thank
he
you. I was
starts
gonna
he
just.
starts going on and he goes, in the past I have made unbreakable rings. I have made items that help recover hit points. I have
what's a hit
made
point?
I have made small glass vials that when broken fill a room with darkness.
Ooh.
I have made items that light things on fire. Candles that do not burn out. With the horn of a devil or a demon, or another creature, bone or things of that nature, something that speaks a particular language, I can imbue you with the ability to speak in the language that it understood. I can make acorns that prevent you from being struck by lightning. With a finger bone of an
Can you
executed man, I
can you
can
make
make you
acorns
more.
that do the opposite of that thing?
Strike.
He stops and thinks, and he's like, "Why would you want to be struck by lightning?"
No, so I could like throw it at someone and then strike them with lightning.
Oh, it would not work on magical lightning. But I do have a book of short stories that I've written.
I'm sure they're extremely fascinating.
He nods.
Is it kid friendly?
I suppose if a child were to read it, they would not be frightened.
Just make just make sure that if you have a copy you'd like to sell me, I'll buy that from you.
Oh, yes. And he turns and he's like, "Is it for a child then?"
Well, it's for three actually, but if you have an extra one, there's a person
Well,
that
then. And he holds out the book to you and he's like, "You will give this to your children as a gift
yes.
from me."
Oh,
Oh,
that's so nice. Thank you.
You take the book and he's like, "Reading and education is important for the young."
Aw.
Aw.
Should I just
Very-
write that as a book of
It's a book of short stories.
uh if you'd like, you can put a message for them in the cover.
Sure. He writes something in Elvish in there.
Stay in school.
um, and while
When
he's
you're
doing
old
it,
enough,
he's like, "I can make a rod of metal that will dry things." With the comb, I can make it make your I can enchant it to make your hair grow longer. It's
Layla,
good for people who are balding.
you should get that thing. It's basically the equivalent of a hair curler, or like the hair iron.
I hear hair stuff and I pop around the corner. Did you
With a
say
live
hair?
with a live dragonfly, I can craft a thing that will kill mosquitoes.
don't dragonflies just do that anyway?
Yes, but this is magical and you can carry it around with you.
Okay.
What's this guy's name again?
His name they told you his name was Sid. If you want to ask him, his name is Cyrodic.
S-Y?
CY.
C-Y.
Because he's an elf. Um, and he just keeps going. Like he could just make all this weird, random, like slightly useful magical shit. But like none of it's like I can enchant a sword to kill things, or it's just like little trinkets and oddities.
I like trinkets. I like this. This is
I'm-
fun.
I'm gonna imagine that they've been talking long enough that I wandered over there too. Just to.
Oh yes.
Here.
Jordan, look at this
Hello.
cool key I bought.
Why would you need a key? Is it a skeleton
No.
key?
You put it if you put it in a door and you lock the door with it, then no one can unlock the door until you take the
Isn't
Oh,
that
okay.
how regular keys work?
I assume it works on every door. It costs $300, so
He nods and he's like, it's. I tell you what. Here, may I see the key?
I hand it over.
He swings his door open, and then on the inside of the door, he puts the key in and locks it, and leaves the key in place. And then he motions to Joyden.
Ah.
And he's like, "Try to unlock it from this side."
And then
From
try
the
to unlock
side
it.
that the key's not on. Yeah, you pull out your thieves'
Yeah.
tools. You go to work on it for a few seconds, and every time you put one of the tumblers in place and try to like click it to get it hold, it just kicks itself back out. Like you literally can't unlock it. It just relocks itself over and over and over and over and over and over again. And
This
he's
door is
like,
cursed.
he takes the key out and holds it out to Chris, and
Yeah.
with a couple seconds of work, Jordan, you unlock the door.
My hand slipped. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
He shakes his head. He's like, no, that's the enchantment. With the key in place, the door cannot be unlocked except by the key.
Useful for making. Well, I don't know if you want to leave a key in there like that, but useful for making
But
escapes.
if you do it on the inside of the door, you see, like if I were to shut my room and lock the door with that key, you could not come into my room from the outside. You see,
Wink.
Yeah.
that's why I designed it. I also have flowers that don't wilt.
Why are these flowers that don't wilt? Give me that shit.
Layla comes wandering up and she's like, I have a rose that does not wilt. I have a vase that if you put flowers in it, the flowers will not wilt. And then I have a necklace of what's a good flower that you would make necklaces out of?
Like
They're like
Never mind,
small.
pretty much.
Are pansies small? Posies?
Violets?
Violets? I'm just gonna name flowers.
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
Violets
You
are small.
can make a necklace out of any flower as long as it has a long enough
He has a
stem.
necklace of little small flowers that doesn't wilt.
Hibiscus are small. What's in
Well, but
those
you can
little
make a
white
lei
ones?
though. It could
Yeah.
be a lei of hibiscuses.
Yeah, so I was thinking LA hibiscuses.
No, I know. It's just he just said small flowers and hibiscus are small.
Well, they're
It's-
not.
Daisies?
It's not like a big long flower. It's or a necklace. It's fairly close. It's sort of like a short lei.
Like a plumeria, maybe?
I don't know
Aw.
flowers. That's why I
No,
was asking.
plumerias you actually cannot make a necklace out of unless
Right.
you.
But he also
Uh,
has
them
he also has
together,
a
I
red
think.
rose that will never wilt.
I want this red rose that'll never wilt.
Nice.
How much
Made
you
of
cost?
plastic.
He should make him out of forget-me-nots.
Okay, sure.
Oh.
He nods.
Cool.
The roses are actually quite simple to make. I sell them for 15 gold.
Awesome. Taking that shit.
It can still be crushed, so be careful with it. I also have this stone that lets you tell the weather, and this amulet that will tell you which direction north is.
So like
So a compass.
It's like a compass. Yeah, it's like a compass.
The compass.
How much is this compass amulet for?
The amulet that points north would be 100 gold.
I'll take it. In case,
He
drop
will
to
hook
the
you
middle of
up.
the city.
He writes everything down in like a ledger, like very slowly and very like neat, almost perfect handwriting. Writes everything down, and has like a lockbox for money that he pulls out of his desk at the back of the room. And he looks down at Joyden's boots and sort of nods appreciatively, and he's like, "I see you have done some enchanting on your boots, then."
Yeah, a few times.
I once made a pair of boots that never got dirty.
Neat. It, definitely makes it easy to never prestidigitation.
He shrugs. Not everyone knows magic. What do yours do?
Well, the ones I just made for it's Buster now? That point to Buster are the ones that jump.
Oh, whoever. I thought you had the magic shoes on. Who has the magic shoes? Buster?
Yes.
Yeah. So because they're magic, they resize themselves to fit you, so they fit perfectly. And so he's nodding, and he's like, "Oh, yes, then. Well, how did you overcome the issue with landing? Because often when you fly very high, when you come back," and he starts asking Joyden like fairly specific questions about her enchanting. And you guys can have an exchange there that we don't actually have to have, but you could pick up a few things from him. And he seems to be like, curious about the way you've enchanted these shoes. He's like, "Is it just shoes? Can you enchant other things?"
So I could, but I have no interest in such paltry things such as clothes or hats. No, just shoes for me. But enchanting itself, my repertoire is pretty low, so I might actually have to employ a magician
Well,
to do it.
it took me many years. 275.
That's a lot of years.
I think that, yeah.
He's like, well, do you have any special requests for me then, or would you like to purchase any scrolls today?
I do. I just can't find my D&D book to look for spells.
I have scrolls of protection.
I definitely can.
I'll be right back. Close the log out.
Okay. He's like, you activate them, or have somebody activate them for you, and they make you more difficult to strike.
I'll definitely take that.
Those are 300 gold
Those, as in just the one scroll.
each. Yes.
Just one. Wait, but if you were to uh, enchant an item for me, how much would that cost?
It would depend on the enchantment and the materials and how long it would cost. What would you like the item to do?
I think enchanting my shoes to protect me.
Let me see. So you already have your brooch, your badge. He's gone. Which
Oh,
would
no.
provide the exact same bonus, and you can only have the one or the other, I think. But you're talking about like bracers of armor, basically. Bracers defense. So something like that would be considerably expensive. Without the cost of the shoes, probably around 4 to 5,000 gold pieces.
How much protection would it grant me?
I'll tell you, mechanically, they give you a +2 bonus to your AC.
Okay, but that's like permanent, like not a only whenever activated.
While you're wearing them.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I will hold off on that.
He nods. Well, in that case, if you'll all excuse me, I do have other work to perform. I also can make a pipe. It's not magic, but you can put things in it that'll make you think it was.
All right, I'll take one.
Yeah, I think we can use a couple of those.
He's like, you know what? You've spent a lot of money today. Hang on. And he goes into his desk and rumbles around, and he gets out a small stone or clay pipe, and holds it out to Layla with a bag.
Thanks.
And he's like, small amounts.
Okay.
Is there enough to share?
Yeah, yeah. He just like gives Layla a pipe and a bag of weed.
Awesome. Jordan, you seem very eager about this. Maybe you wanna give her a test.
No, not for me tonight. You know, we have important business.
Oh yeah, I have lots of business to do.
We should keep our wits about us.
Then I suggest you don't partake this evening.
Okay.
Alright, then I will be getting back to work. I appreciate your business. You will keep me in enough money to do quite a bit of research.
Woohoo! We fed a
Well,
scientist.
Yeah, while we're here, if you think of anything cool, you can let us know.
He
We've got
turns his
deep
head to the
pockets.
side. What do you mean by cool? I can make lots of things. I can make
No,
a
I just
raven that
mean
can
like,
count.
You can make a raven?
He nods. It's out of stone, but it can count things for you.
Oh,
Oh, that's neat.
Very
how high can
popular
it
during
count?
very popular during tax season.
Nice.
Rock.
How much would one of those cost?
The raven is 200 gold. I don't have one on hand, but if you give me a few days, I can make one.
Sure.
Or if you like, I could have it shipped.
I think we'll be here for a couple of days. Yeah.
He nods and he's like, I often do good business with adventurers like yourself.
That explains why you made residence here.
Oh no, I just like the song.
Aw.
It
Is it
reminds me of my mother. You see,
Okay, we got
Me too.
take care of today.
Miss
my
Green.
mom, and the door shuts. No. So you guys filter out of Cyridic's room. Come back downstairs. You have your map now. You know where Lord Neverember's house is. And Pike is still waiting downstairs, and he's like, hey, you guys met Sid. He's fucking weird, right?
He's nice.
Fine.
I never met anybody that talks so damn slow before.
Yeah, he does do that.
Like, Aelith walks by and like slaps him on the back of the head, and she's like, "Hey, respect your elders, kid. Don't be like that."
Mhm.
Do you think you could show us any places we should avoid?
Yeah, let me see the map. You put it out, and he's like this, and he just motions toward the whole city. He's just not. This whole place is shit.
I just figured there might be pockets where it was worse.
He's like anything outside of the upper city. Upper city's nice. Tumbledown is probably the worst. Outer city, the guard doesn't even patrol. So out by the stony parts, or in Blackgate, the city watch doesn't go out there. So Stony's okay because the dwarves kind of take care of the dwarves. But Blackgate's that's probably the roughest place to town, but it's outside the walls. So
Okay, that's good.
Heapside's where the trash goes. So like, I mean, you stay out of there just because it stinks.
But that's why it's called Heapside.
No, it's like, yeah, they take the trash up there and then they load it up on the barges. They send the barges out and dump it in the ocean.
Mm.
So it's full of shit.
It's like Galveston.
Mhm.
And he's like, so all right then. Well, the Lord Neverember's house. It's right here. I'll just make an X for you guys. Whoop whoop. There you go. It's the biggest estate next to the Wide. It overlooks the park. He's got a lot of money. Like I said, he's a bigwig. He's probably the most powerful lord in the city. So, walk on eggshells when you're dealing with him, and forget my name while you're there.
You won't be that powerful for long.
So,
Well, I don't think we're here to overthrow him, Buster.
Oh. Well, then forget it. I thought we were gonna be a cool, do a Robin Hood thing.
I mean, we can, but that's not why we're here.
We already did that.
He shakes his head and he's like, "Look, guys, there's so many lords in Waterdeep. You kill one of them, two more will pop up next week."
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
roasted.
Like a Hydra.
And I mean, I don't know. Other than when he left off and went to Waterdeep, I don't think Lord Neverember's all that bad. Some of them are real rough. Neverember, he runs a couple unions, labor unions, but I don't think he's into the same business as the other ones so much.
Business.
He nods and he's
I'm
like,
just imagining a string of Kmart through Baldur's Gate.
he nods and he's like, yeah, some of the other ones, the folks they run with, they ain't so nice, and they don't help people out as much as Neverember. And well, he did bring that whole fleet of ships down to Baldur's Gate to help protect us when he came back from Waterdeep. So, like 2020, we didn't have a navy before that. We got a whole navy now.
Money.
What?
That's a lot of money.
He nods. Well, lords, the fucking rich folk. I don't know how he got them.
I think
And he's like, well, that's it. You guys, I mean, do you want to know anything else about the city? That we got ice cream. You ever had ice cream?
Ooh, what's that?
They take like cow's milk, right? And they freeze it and they sweeten it and they put stuff in it like strawberries and make it taste good and you eat it. It's real good when it's hot. You know, it's still a little hot right now.
Sounds kind of weird.
Maybe we can get some on our way there.
We also have this flatbread called pizza. You ever had pizza?
Pizza.
Yeah, it's a
Love bread.
specialty in Baldur's Gate. It's like a flat piece of bread with a tomato sauce and cheese on top of it. It sounds real
Goodness.
simple, but like you can get it outside of Baldur's Gate. But let's be honest, Baldur's Gate's pizza, it's best pizza. You go other places. You need to go down the road and go to Dino's. That's the only place you can get it. You get it anywhere else, you're missing out.
I love this.
Sounds like we need to get some of the pizza.
Pike's voice keeps getting deeper.
Yeah.
He's hitting puberty,
reaching
okay?
puberty.
The more I drink, the deeper Pike's voice gets.
It's
You
reaching
just make me
puberty.
super
already.
happy because you're right. Tito's does have the best pizza.
And he's like, just go down the street here, and it's on the right. You know, tell them Pike sent you. They give you a discount.
Oh.
Pike, no.
Don't get anything crazy on it. Don't put any fruit or anything weird. Just cheese pizza. Trust me.
Do we want to put fruit
Pineapple
on pizza?
Don't put any fruit. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're the weirdo that likes pineapple.
Pineapple and
It's-
Canadian bacon, motherfucker.
Yeah,
It's so good.
it's wrong.
What is wrong?
Let me guess. They're also really well known for their hot dogs.
And he goes, yeah, you know, street food's stuff that's cheap that you can buy on the go in a place that's cramped like this. So yeah, hot dogs. It's not as good as the pizza though. Let me see what else. We got cheesesteak sandwiches.
She's
That's Philadelphia, but okay.
Yeah.
that's Brampton special.
Yeah, but he's like, but no, go to Dino's and get a pizza while you're here.
Okay.
2. I'm forced to. I have no say in the matter.
Okay. Hey, you want a pizza? All right.
I love Tito's.
You can have it shipped to you.
Really?
You
Get
frozen.
cold?
They'll freeze it and ship it to you.
Oh shit, we could serve it at the bar.
No, I mean in real life, the actual.
Yes. No, they actually do that.
Oh,
I don't know when they started doing that, but yeah, you can also go and like pick them up like non-baked so that you can bake them at home.
Like in
Oh.
yeah, it's a
You
very
can have it
popular
fresh.
pizza joint.
Weird.
Ah, it's so
anyway.
good.
Pike is like, do you guys have any other questions about the city? Anything else you need to know before you head out? If you're planning on killing Never Emperor, because your little dragonborn friend
No,
over
we're
there,
not.
he
We're
seemed
not. We're not.
No.
real about the murder. I would suggest if you do that,
Oh,
just
that was
get
the drink.
fuck out of the city really quick.
Yeah,
Is-
no, I don't think that's the plan for now. At least.
No, it's really not.
Keep
So-
it on the table, on the corner of the table, just in case.
Let's knock that on the floor. though.
Hey, Buster, can
Oh,
you like, just bring it down 2 notches? I mean, if we're going to talk about murder, let's not talk about it in front of.
So
It's
Pike
two-year-old.
goes to leave, and somebody else goes to come into the tavern. Can you guys roll a perception check for me? See if anybody notices this. Oh, Jordan
Thankfully.
definitely does. Jordan, especially I think as somebody who has done activities such as this in your past, you notice that as the guy. Okay, so Jordan and Curtis both see it, but Jordan specifically, like you recognize the setup and everything as this kid bumps into the person. It's an older man with like a big belly, and Pike bumps into him and is like, "Oh, hey, excuse me, sir." But you notice as he does, he cuts the dude's purse. He steals this guy's purse and vanishes.
Precocious little scam. I checked my pockets. Like, hold on.
None of you are missing anything. Yeah, he hasn't fucked up and stolen from any of you.
That's nice of him.
glad we were smart enough to pay him off, because now we're on his good side.
So
Ta-da!
he vanishes, leaving the group of you sitting in the tavern. It's getting later in the evening at this point. It's around like 3-4 p.m. So not quite twilight hour yet, but it's getting later in the day.
Okay, let's go. Let's go find Lord Neverember.
We have to get dressed first. We have to have a dress montage with
Are
music.
we not? Oh yeah, we do have to.
You guys gonna
Guys,
bust
put on your
out the fancy
clothes.
outfits then?
Yeah.
You have fancy outfits from when you were in Waterdeep when you went to the Castellanter's party.
Yeah, well,
And then I think you guys bought more fancy outfits for the cruise.
Yeah, probably.
So
I
you
don't
all
want
have
to
at
wear the
least
cruise ones first.
2 sets of fancy outfits that you can whoosh, whip out.
All
I
right.
only have the one from the cruise because I didn't get dressed up for the thing because I was a dog the whole time.
Yeah, you were a dog.
That's true.
You
I
don't
need to
have
be
a
a purse.
fancy
I'll just
collar.
be a purse dog again.
You just
You
got like
guys,
a little sparkly collar that you put on.
Nope,
you
always a
guys,
rope.
you guys get fancified. You swing by Dino's on the way out and grab a slice of pizza to go.
This is
And
delicious.
head up toward the actual gate in Baldur's Gate, the city's name. Let's take a 5-minute break so I can take the dog out.
Yeah.
And we will pick up with you guys heading toward. We'll see if you get past the gate, okay? And if you do, we'll see what happens once you get to Lord Neverember's.
Cool.
So take 5.
Sweet.
Actually, I feel like being a purse dog is just Kelrick's version of dressing up.
Get a little collar or something like with diamond stuff.
Sure.
It's like this one is when I was baking pizza. this,
Fuck.
this was when I ran into a door and blood was everywhere. It was
Oh
terrible.
god.
Can we
Yeah.
even see this one?
Yeah, let me
No.
see
Most
this
of mine
one.
are just like mosquito bites.
Nah, you can't see it. I got stabbed in my finger,
Cool.
but you can't actually see it.
I can see
Susie,
the
why
line
were
on
you mad at
mine.
him?
I mean, we were playing that hand table knife game. I don't have very good dexterity.
Oh no.
You can only see the line on that scar. You can't see color change. It's white. It turns
I had
white.
a guy in the parking lot of Walmart when I was 16 try to steal my car. And I wasn't giving him my car, so he tried to stab me, and I tried to hit the knife with my hand, and instead I just got stabbed in the hand.
Oh.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Did
Is
you
your
have a
hand
baller
okay?
moment where you ran off with a knife and you're like,
No, I did actually. He did drop it when he stabbed me, and then he ran away.
I have one knee that's slightly darker than the other because when I was in college, I tripped up the stairs that were in our dorms, and they were concrete. They're those concrete paved stairs, and it scraped up my entire knee.
I'm sorry.
I have that on one of my shins. I was climbing out of a pool.
Concrete.
My foot slipped and it just raked up my shin.
No.
Ooh, concrete burns are the worst. Or
I don't really have
scrapes.
any scars outside of that. I have toes that are crooked.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's the
I
thing.
think that
I have a small dent in my forehead from when I was a little tiny baby Sydney and I hit my head on a coffee table.
Oh wait, I got a scar on my lip.
Yeah, actually, one of my
Shit.
toes is bigger than the other because, I ran
Not
into a
really,
freezer.
but
It's like a
was
square, perfect square.
The middle two toes on my right foot, they overlap like that. So they're, instead of being like this, they overlap like that because I broke one of them and it didn't get set. It just laid crooked. And it healed that way.
Okay, so my mom's feet are actually just like that because of high-heeled shoes
Oh
Ugh.
no.
from the older times would just crush your feet together. So after a decade of wearing high-heeled shoes, her feet are just like that now.
It's just my right foot for me.
Yeah, that happens to basketball players like LeBron. Ooh, see those pictures. Can't unsee.
I don't really have that many scars. The one that I used to have on my face or on my eyebrow has over time faded so that my eyebrow actually grows now. But I used to have a big line in my right eyebrow when my eye got split open, where the hair just didn't grow.
Yeah.
I don't know what caused this one.
You've always had it, as long as I've known you.
The scar on your lip.
I got it when you were little. The eyebrow thing was a horse. A horse kicked me in the face.
Oh.
Oh.
Don't stand
that's-
behind horses.
It was
I'm glad you
it was
had a scar.
a draft horse. Her name was Pretty. She was I don't know, 1,800 pounds.
Whoa.
And I was putting shoes on her, and she wouldn't pick up her back foot. And there's a nerve in the back of a horse's foot that you can pinch, and they'll pick their foot up and shake it to get it to stop. So she wouldn't give me her foot, which was weird because typically she's you go over to her foot, she just picks it up and lets you do your thing. So she wouldn't give me her foot, and I reached over and pinched that nerve, and I guess I grabbed it too hard because she just fucking nailed me in the face, sent me flying, and my face was just bleeding, I had blood all running down the side of my face, and my eyebrow was all split open, and I got up, I saw stars, and I got up and I was all pissed off and was cursing, and I went back over to the horse, and she let me finish her foot, and I'm trying to put the shoe on the horse while there's blood dripping on it. And so I finished up what I was doing. I turned around and looked, and my younger brother was sitting on the back of the door, the back hatch to my SUV was open, and he was sitting there watching me, and his eyes were just big, giant around. And I was like, what? And he's like, you got kicked in the face by a giant horse, and you just got mad.
Oh.
And she didn't actually kick me that hard. It was just the end of her hoof was sharp, and it caught me in the eye.
Oh.
lucky. Lots of people in my extended family got horse injuries and like never really recovered quite right.
Yeah, my left leg, there's a dent in my thigh where a colt, like a young horse, kicked me in the leg.
Oh my
So
god.
like my thigh is like there's like a divot in it.
Owie.
And you know how you get like varicose veins when the veins collapse? All the veins around where it kicked me got like smashed, so it's like all purple there and weird. But in the defense of horses, especially Pretty, she was a great horse. It was probably my fault. She was fantastic. I used to ride her without a saddle or a bridle or anything. I used to have a picture of me. She was so big that I could lay down on her back. So I would just
Wow.
put like a headstall on her so there's like nothing in her mouth and like put the rope under her chin and I would lay down on her with the rope in my hands and that's how I would ride her. She was so big I could just like it was like laying in a hammock. Like I just
Wow.
relax on her. She was a great horse. Not her fault. She-
Oh.
cool. You guys want to play D&D or do you want me to tell some horror stories?
More horror stories.
Why not
Horror,
both?
horse. There's just like an extra letter
Um,
in
Yeah.
one.
oh, you guys get fancied up. Is Kelrick going into purse dog mode?
I think so.
Okay. Is Layla gonna carry purse dog Kelrick? Okay. I think Ira is just gonna stay at the inn. She doesn't feel like there's the possibility that maybe a fight would happen. She's not interested. So you guys head to the namesake of the city, to the Baldur's Gate, and it's a great giant arched gateway. It used to be the wall for the city itself, so this used to be the line for the city, but over time it grew out past that, much as it has now, and new walls were built. But the gate itself is ornate, and it has carvings all along the arch of the actual like history of the city. So there's great battles entombed here, carved into the rock as men galloping on horses and striking out against goblins and things like that. And it's got this sort of mini history of the city carved across it. There's 6 guards. It's a large enough gate that wagons and things can go back and forth through. It's a big gate, so there's 6 guards spread across the gate. And it's open, but you can tell there's not a lot of people going back and forth. There's a few of what look like more noble people of like the noble class that seem to be filtering through the gate. Toward the end of the night, whatever business they had in the rest of the city seems to have concluded, and they're heading their way back up into the upper city before dark. You guys sort of queue up with the rest of them, the like flowing groups, and dressed as you are, um, let's have you guys do this. Somebody, whoever wants to, can roll a deception check for me with advantage because we're going to assume the whole group is helping, but let's just have one person do it.
Not me.
Okay, well apparently it's going to be Layla. Okay, with a 20, the group of you fit in well enough despite the mixed bag of races. You're well enough dressed and avoid eye contact with the guards in a way that sort of the group of you sort of filter through without the guard really noticing you. And you find yourself there's a hard division. So unlike in Waterdeep, where even the shitty parts of Waterdeep, the streets get swept and there's sewer and like things sort of get taken care of. Unlike in Waterdeep and Baldur's Gate, the streets have been filthy. There's rats everywhere and like big giant cockroaches and kids running around and people begging, and it like this part of the city doesn't seem to be well taken care of at all. And there's a sudden like switch flipped when you cross the walls and go up into the upper city. As soon as you step across that line, the smell of the city behind you is still there. It still follows you a bit, but the streets here are all paved. There's no mud streets. Everything is. You're carrying Kellerick right now. He's in dog form.
I know, I'm sitting here listening to all this gross stuff, and I'm like,
the
Calric
streets
should be
here
carrying me.
the streets here are all paved. There's no mud or filth in the streets. It seems like there's a trash service because there's no trash just sitting out on the side of the streets. And everybody seems well dressed and clean, and there's a strong presence of the guard. You can see the city watch patrolling, even just on the other side of the gate. You can see watch houses are built. People are standing around at guard, and everyone here is dressed much more finely. There's no beggars. There's no so it's just this sudden line in the sand that's been drawn. This moment of just changing, almost like stepping into another city. You can still smell the filth of the city behind you, but it's certainly not there under your feet any longer.
So it's like going from Mexico to U.S.
Yeah,
I've never been to the border, so
it's like going from like Tijuana to a major city in the U.S. to L.A. It's just cleaner and nicer.
And like pretty crummy too.
Have you ever been to Tijuana? I went to
No.
Tijuana when I was like 15 or 16. I had an ice cream man try to sell me drugs.
Oh dear.
He had ice cream in one container and like Coke in the other.
It's like, you want some sprinkles with that? Cost you $50. What?
Ew.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of drug dealers, I needed directions when I was in Cairo once. And nobody speaks. Well, some people speak English, but like they didn't want to talk to me. But the drug dealers spoke English with an American accent. And I was like, cool.
They were super polite.
They were real nice. I was like, yeah, I need to go to this area, like to find my hotel. And they're like, oh yeah, you go and you do this. And he's like, so do you want some drugs? And I'm like, no, I'm good. Thank you. Here's some money. Thanks for the directions. But yeah, no, it was hilarious. So
Somebody tried to,
best way.
I think jokingly, but somebody did try to buy her.
Ah!
They were like, they told the dude that you were with, like, I'll give you 15 I think they were like, they were poking fun, but the guy that was traveling with them at the time, the guy was like, one of the
I think it was
veterans out there
Corey. Corey was
like,
with me.
hey, I'll give you 15 camels for her. And Corey, the guy, she was like, oh, no, she's not for sale. And then one of the other girls that they were with was like, how many camels for her? And he was like, for her, 2.
It was the worst.
That's like shit.
I was like, oh god, that's hilarious and awful.
It would turn into something with Witcher, just like four camels. 2. All right.
Yeah, alright. 2. Wait. Wait a second.
But I wasn't there for that, but I think in context, the dude was play, right?
He
He wasn't
was-
seriously trying to buy.
Hard to say. I think we were in a weird part of town, so it might have been he was actually trying to buy one of us. But I think it was more of he was just being a dick about it. I don't know.
And back when the Muslim Brotherhood was trying to take over Egypt, they were basically trying to overthrow the government, and there were riots and shit. That's when
Right.
Susie was there.
So I was there.
So
It was
they
great.
hired a bunch of Bedouins, like legit desert people, to follow them around, like as protection. So she had a bunch of Bedouins with AKs with her the whole time.
Oh my
They didn't
goodness.
like it whenever I would whenever I'd disappear. 'Cause
Yeah.
I would occasionally disappear. I'm like, man, I'm tired of having people follow me around.
But their only income there was tourism. So they'd be in the middle of a demonstration, like a march, and there'd be people walking down the street with signs, and Susie would be like, I need to get through here. Yeah, gunshots and shit. And Susie would be like, excuse me, I need to get past you guys. And they'd be like, oh, an American? Hey guys, stop the demonstration. Get the fuck out of the way. There's a bunch of Americans coming through. And they would stop and wait and let them go by, and then
Oh
go
my
back to
God.
protesting.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Everything's
There-
tourism. They really needed,
It's their only income. So like, even though they were like literally like having riots and trying to overthrow the government, be like, leave the fucking tourists alone. Let them do their tourism thing. And we'll go back to fucking tearing our city down.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Weird.
It was weird. It was great.
Weird. So anyway, you guys are in the upper city at this point. The Wide is a block to your right. And looking at it, it's comparable to Central Park. It's just a big, giant, old growth trees and streams. It's just a big ass park in the middle of the city, a big ass area that's been preserved. And you guys have to go across it to get to Lord Neverember's. So, do you guys just want to head straight there?
Guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get coat down so we don't get wet.
We didn't buy the weather forecaster. I don't know.
You didn't buy the forecast, email that forecasted the weather. No.
I only know this is northeast.
Yeah. So you guys do you want to cut across the park itself? There's walking paths through it, or do you want to go around and skirt it? It's only going to change the scenes of the city I describe.
I go through the park.
Okay. So as you're cutting through the park, you can see people having picnics, long winding walking trails, a pond with ducks in it. It's this moment of like, we just came out of the city that's like an absolute shithole, and now it's that groomed kind of natural though, where the grass is cut and the trees are in line, and like everything is a little too neat and perfect for it to actually be like a forest. But it has that feeling of walking out into nature from a city, especially coming from where you guys just came from, that reprieve from the filth. And lurking, sort of looming out of the northern edge of the city as you get, or the Wide as you guys come out, there's a house. The grounds immaculately cut. The walls painted a lovely dark tint of red, big sloping roofs. You can see a guest house and a place where horses and carriages would be caught, like a stable. It's a big sprawling manor that takes up as much room as 8 or 9 of the houses that are in the other parts of the city. It's this big, lovely place with ornate bronze gates that shine in the evening sun. You can see a pair of guards standing by the closed gate, and a couple of more seeming to be patrolling in the hedges beyond. There's like a little hedge maze and topiary and this just massive dark roof, red painted house.
Karens.
Fucking Karens. So the question becomes, what?
I mean, you go to him to resolve disputes. So I guess every lord is a Karen from HR.
Karen's the one that wants to talk to your manager.
The city is
true.
probably full of Karens, but Neverember is just the manager they have to see.
Yeah. My manager at Walmart, whenever he used to flip his badge around so that didn't say manager, he would turn it around backwards. And I remember one night he walked up to, there was a lady that was getting pissed off because the electric scooter wasn't moving correctly. And I went and got her another one, and the other one she climbed onto wasn't working. And my manager comes walking up, and he looks at this woman, and he goes, "You know those things have a weight limit, right? Like if you're too heavy, it's not going to be able to move you." And she flips the fuck out and starts screaming at him, like you do. And she's like, "You know what? That's it. I want to talk to your manager." And he goes, "Sure," and flips his badge.
Oh shit!
Got him.
I will never forget that until I die. You know those things have a weight limit, right?
Oh.
Hey.
All right, I am the manager. Holy shit!
I'm sorry. Was one of my employees being lippy to you?
So anyway, back to D&D land. I gotta stop getting distracted.
No,
Yeah,
they're
giant house, bronze gates, topiary, sprawling manor. What do you guys want to do? There's a pair of guards out in front of the gate, and the gate is closed.
What time is it right now? Is it late?
It's early evening.
We missed the line.
No, that's tomorrow.
We're just super early.
Well, we were thinking that we'd get to the tail end of the night, but
It
can
doesn't seem to be seeing people right now.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that's normal. Can I make a perception check to see like what window lights are on right now? Well, I mean, like you say it's early evening. I don't mean
Yeah,
is
so
it
the
dark
sun
or-
hasn't set. You just want to see if you can see
Oh,
anybody
okay.
moving around in the house, basically.
Yeah.
See if there's people in the house. Yeah, make a perception check.
I'm gonna casually guidance Jordan right on his butt.
And the
Mhm.
Whoa. Oh, that's
Her butt. Her butt. Sorry, it was a her butt.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah.
Wow.
This is a good pat.
very good butt pat.
Butt Pat was my stripper name.
What?
Hello, butt pat.
I gotta stop getting distracted, but now I want to talk about the Pat skits from Mad TV. We've been having sex for 3 weeks. I still can't tell if it's a man or a woman.
Yes.
Joyden, you can see there's a pair of guards patrolling the garden itself, sort of moving around inside the garden. They look bored and lackadaisic in the heat of the evening. There's the pair of guards out front. The same thing. They're leaned back up against the pillars on the either side of the gate in the heat. The house itself is fairly quiet, but there are a couple of windows on the second floor that seem to be open for circulation, for air, and the front door is actually opened. And through the door itself, you can see just one long hall with a series of doors on either side, and then one big door, one like giant wooden door at the very back. But this is trying to, peek around through it. But you don't see any movement in the house itself. But it does seem, with the windows open and things, there's probably people in there. But there's no line of petitioners or anything.
Do we know his first name?
Daggled.
So I'm gonna pull you. I guess one of you guys aside. I say, maybe we should just like casually walk up there and be like, "Hey, Daggle, are you there? You told us you'd be here."
You gotta go through the guards first, right?
Yeah, you just casually stroll through like you know what you're doing. You're invited, of course. Oh, the shit.
But the guards are outside of it, right?
And there's a pair of guards on the outside of it, yeah.
Can we call him Daggett?
Daggy.
Old Dag.
Hey, Dag! Daggy! Daggy boy! He's whistling.
Daggy
Oh,
boy!
boy.
The pipe. The pipe.
They're calling.
Daggy boy!
So what do you guys want to do? Dig Dag.
The
Let's
pikes?
throw a
The
rock.
pikes are calling?
Let's throw a little pebble and sing to him. That'll make it.
Gonna hold a
Yeah.
boombox outside his window.
You gotta wear that trench coat. Uzi, I
Alright.
don't understand what that means.
Oh, Heineken is one of the drinks of choice that we drink, and by we I mean Nigerians. Like it's always
okay.
Heineken or
Nigerians.
like-
stout.
So, is that because this is gonna sound racist? So,
Don't-
Heineken and Stella are both owned by an African company. They're made in Africa.
Yeah. So there's a Heineken.
Plant in
There's
Nigeria.
Spencer. Yeah, implant. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Spencer, but
I was
again,
unaware
so,
of that.
Yeah. No, like when I found that out, like I had one. And it
Wow.
tasted different than the one here
Yeah.
because the water's different. I was just
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, and it's definitely better in Nigeria.
Is it?
But might be nostalgic, but
The-
whichever.
It was the same with Stella beer. Stella tastes different in Egypt than does in the U.S.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The water's different.
Mm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, once again, you guys are standing outside the gates. It seems like you're debating on trying to serenade him.
Yeah, I think we'd have to more serenade the guards. Now I can charm them, but if it backfires, that's pretty much it. You
We
know.
can give you inspiration.
Okay, cool. If we're going that route,
Yeah, Mexican Coke is the best.
I don't like
Curtis,
Texas Coast
you
Courts.
sing.
What?
You can sing very well, right? Maybe you can charm the
I'd like
pants
to
off
think
of
I
our
can.
friend.
Do you need a performance of mine?
yeah, Curtis, if you can charm one of them, and I charm the other.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think we even have to see. You want to just give me a moment? Whip out my thing.
Do you want to try to enthrall them?
Sure.
Make a performance check.
Since we're trying.
Oh, you know what? No, they make a saving throw. Let me make a saving throw for a couple of jabronis.
So Curtis is basically our theme music, like we're strolling through the streets. And
Yeah, I mean,
like a little parade.
We'll describe it after I do. So they have no bonus, so I will just roll. What's your spell save DC, Curtis?
Uh,
Ugh, they rolled really low.
Let me check. 15.
Go ahead and make that performance check for me. Technically they saved, but I think this is a cool thing that might happen. So. Let's see if you can Pied Piper these fools.
Yeah.
Pied. What do you play again? Squeeze box? What's that called?
Accordion.
Yeah.
Accordion, thank you. Pied accordionists them.
One of these days I need to get a real one to play.
Just like
Aren't accordions
Pied
really
Piper.
expensive though?
Oh, just like a
But they
toy
have,
accordion.
Yeah,
You
the
guys-
little toy ones that are pretty.
You guys know what I want really bad?
What?
Fucking
A pizza?
hurdy-gurdy.
Oh,
Hurdy
yeah.
gurdy man.
Aren't those also really expensive?
Yes, a good one. You can get cheap, crappy ones, but they're hard to upkeep and they're not good. I'm still waiting on
but
that
they don't
performance
sound
check.
nearly as good.
They don't sound good.
Oh.
But I want one really bad. They're so cool.
Or-
It's like a violin. Okay, yeah, you crushed it. It's like a violin guitar that you play with a crank. They're so
Oh.
weird, and I love them. So Curtis, I want you to. I mean, I feel like Curtis like accordions and dances up to these gates. Like he's just like and sort of like does his little bardic happy dance up to the gates. Is that what's going on here?
I don't know if I can really lift my legs anymore. I've gotten older, but I can play a nice ditty.
So Curtis playing the accordion, sort of making it seem like he's a street performer, like a minstrel, sort of just on the streets. Does his thing and walks up to the guards, just squeezing away on his squeeze box, because Mama's got a squeeze box and Daddy doesn't sleep at night.
Good evening.
That sounds like a sex thing.
Well, this one isn't, but for the right price.
Curtis, would you like to join me this evening?
No, I'm good.
Rejected.
The guards are easily distracted by this. They seem drawn to the playing of the accordion and almost wander away from the gate as Curtis like purposely turns it away so that the guards turn to face him, leaving the gate open for the rest of the party as they walk up and they actually start reaching into their pockets to pull out coin.
Wow.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind.
Yeah, so what do the rest of you guys want to do while the guards are enthralled by Curtis?
We'll just stroll right on in.
Yeah. So the rest of you quickly breeze through the gate. Let's have somebody for the party do the stealth check with advantage. They're not
Joey-
bad guards, Curtis. You have magic.
Oh, that's true. I forgot. I'm just so great.
In fact, they're great guards. They're doing the Lord's work, giving us new laws and things.
I'm glad you're doing stealth, Jordan.
Same, because like a +10 is OP.
Oh my god.
It's-
Yeah.
Definitely helps.
So the group of you breeze through. The guards inside, Curtis sort of circling around behind the group of you, playing the guards away to rest as they almost forget that you were ever there, shutting the gates behind the group of you. The two guards that were patrolling the yard, Joyden times the movement out in such a way that they are around the corner and don't see you as you guys run up to the front door.
Right. Dun 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 dun.
Are we having a Kronk moment?
You guys are at the front door of Lord Never Ember's estate.
Okay, so we sneaked
We're
in.
in.
I don't know if we should knock or if we should sneak in further.
Thing would be polite, right? I don't want him to think we're like a hostile.
But yeah,
person,
if we are found out, we would probably have to leave the city or hide low.
lay
what's the
low.
word? Thank you. So I think we should knock, and worst case scenario, then we can come back and steal a presence with them. Yeah, let's go with that. Steal a presence with them.
Because the worst thing that'll happen is we'll just blame it on the guards. They weren't looking or something.
Yeah.
The door was wide open. It's not our fault.
Saw an opportunity and took it, right? We saw that your gate was open. We thought we'd let you know.
Lord Never Ember.
Isn't this how it always happens for you guys? We're like, let's just go look. Oh, fuck, we're in the attic.
Yeah.
Fuck, how are we in the attic?
Happening?
We never really learned how to do it.
Oh my god, there's a demon in here. What the fuck? Yeah, like Curtis.
Yes.
Well, we just broke in.
Again.
I mean, I'm a dog, so
Oh,
You guys knock on the front door.
Knock, knock.
Yeah, and until it goes badly for you, you're just gonna keep doing it.
I mean, it
it
did
has.
go badly. It already did go badly.
It's gone very
There's-
badly.
There's a big ornate door knocker that looks like a demon with a nose piercing for the ring in its nose, and Buster reaches up and just bangs on that sumbitch. Wham wham! The door knocks. There's a brief pause, and you can hear the house sort of go still, and then you hear heavy boot falls, thud, 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 and a dwarf opens the door, and he's classic dwarf. He's 5 feet tall, broad as fuck in the shoulders, long black and gray beard. He's aging, hair slicked back black and gray. But the strange thing about him, he's wearing onto his head not like a helm with horns, but like almost like the hat that you get at Disney World with the Mickey Mouse ears. You know what I'm talking about? It's like that. It's a hat. It's like a skull cap with a big pair of like bull's horns curling up off the top of it. And he flings the door open. He's wearing, other than that, he's wearing regular clothing and a pair of boots. Flings the door open, looks up at you, and goes, "What do you want?"
We're here to see Lord Never Ember.
He shakes his head. "Don't know how you got in, but visiting day is tomorrow. You'll see petitioners then."
Oh, we're not really here to petition. We want to speak with him
Right?
about
That's how it
a
worked.
very important.
There are dragons gonna attack the
I'm
city.
sure your neighbor stole your pig, and that's very important. We'll deal with it tomorrow.
Oh
no, it's not matters of the city. It's matters of the world.
Oh, because if your mother dies from whatever lung cancer she's gotten, yeah, sure. We'll deal with it tomorrow.
Dragon
It's already dead, you
rage.
jerk.
They're dragons.
Dragon rage. Rage. Dragon Rage.
Rage.
It's happening.
None of those words mean anything.
Now you're just yelling words at me.
Fire god.
Oh,
Buster,
Wait.
are you just like yelling about fire now?
we're all gonna burn to death.
It's just flailing his little arms.
In the infinite anger of the dragon gods, they're gonna destroy the world. You don't understand, Morty.
Yeah, just like that.
Damn.
But he's like, I don't understand what you're saying to me here. There's dragons. He looks around behind you.
Chris is gonna pull out. I'm gonna pull out the.
Easy there, reaching into the bag.
No, that's my. I'm just reaching into my pocket to get my gray hand badge or whatever. I'm just gonna flash it real quickly, and I'm gonna be like, "I'm here on behalf of the Grey Hands. We need to speak about an important matter."
You're with the
concerning-"
police, then. You're the popos.
No, are the Grey Hands the Popo? They're
I
like
don't like
magic.
I think we're like a
thing.
separate branch. More,
They're
yeah.
like the personal, like, guard or military arm of the Black Staff. So yeah, I mean, there's a reason you have a badge.
Yeah.
And he's
We
like,
traveled a very long way to get here.
you finally caught up with Lord Neverember. You've come to give him
No,
the arresting for all the money he
that-
stole. And the ships. Stole them
no,
ships too. He's a dirty
nope,
thief,
that's
that old man.
that's calm down, sir.
All right
That's
then.
not
Well, you
why
know,
we're
if you're here to just arrest him, I'll go on and try. Okay.
Are you letting us in?
Yeah, sure. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
And then he like walks past the group of you, and he's like, I don't have a show. What you do? And he walks past the group of you and starts heading toward the hedge maze. And he's like, I'm gonna go work on my maze.
Oh,
So,
okay,
all right,
bye.
great. So
Seems
you
like
do
it's
that.
just less of a shit. He leaves his door open and just starts trimming the bush.
He looks back and he's like, I'm not gonna trim the bush. I'm gonna patrol it for interluders. A good minotaur kills anyone who comes in their maze.
Are you a minotaur?
Of course I am. Don't you see my horns?
Oh,
No,
okay.
he's a mini tour.
You're
Whoa.
just sizest because you're tall.
Nope, I'm a dog.
All you tall people are the same.
I'm a dog.
I know, right?
And he's like, anyway, you have a good time killing Nord Neverember. Guy's a
Okay.
dick. I'll be in my maze.
Well,
None of you come in the maze, though. I'll have to kill you.
oh, yeah, we'll stay out, I guess. But it looks pretty
Uh,
cool. Like,
Wait,
It's a good
can
maze.
is there
can I
treasure?
make it?
or
Of
something?
course, there's treasure. What kind of Minotaur guards a maze with no treasure?
Oh,
Can I make an insight check to see if I
He's
recognize
batshit. Like, he's not fucking right. This is a dwarf that thinks he's a Minotaur.
I love him.
this?
Like, he clearly, genuinely, like, when he made that statement to you, it seemed like a silly joke at first, but when you stop and, like, actually look at him, completely sincere. He's a Minotaur. He's gonna go patrol his maze, because that's what Minotaurs do. Like,
Understand.
there's something wrong with him.
Awesome.
Did he come
So, like-
over to this property like 5 years ago and say, I need a maze?
It's like, what,
Anyway, I'll
what-
be in my maze. Don't come in
Wait,
there.
but-
I'll have to murder you with my giant axe.
before you go, what's your name, sir? And what
Name's
treasure do you have over there?
Armitage. Armitage the Minotaur.
Aw.
And if
We
we
can
do
have drinks
do
as long
treasure-
as it's not in a maze.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, we'll
If
see
we
you.
meet up in a maze, I gotta kill you. That's the rules.
All right. Drinks first, then the maze later. Got it.
Yeah, I'll kill you in the maze. What part of that didn't you understand? I'm gonna make a bigger maze one day. I'm gonna go down into the depths of the city itself and the bowels. I'm gonna carve a maze out of the old city. I'm gonna lure adventurers down. I'm gonna kill them all. Take their stuff. It's gonna be great.
Don't worry, we'll get drinks
That
first
sounds
before.
really fun. So let me know when you do that, and maybe we'll come down and.
Then I'll have to kill you and
Your
take your
maze.
stuff. You got a lot of magic stuff. I'll kill you and take it.
Okay.
I'll add it to my horde to learn new adventures. And Dogs just whacked the shit out of my desk. Are you okay, buddy?
Aw.
He's tearing up a toy under my desk, and he was like ripping on it, and it gave way, and his head smashed into the bottom of my desk.
Oh.
Aw.
Here, it was drop it. It was a basketball. This is what's left of it.
Oh God.
It was an entire basketball.
It was an entire basketball. Yeah. Here you
Well,
have
I
it.
mean, now it's just a basket sheet.
Right? And he's like, okay, so he's like, anyway, if you got good magic stuff, I'll lure you into my maze. I'll kill you. It'll be good.
Do you where Ember is, my darling?
He's probably in his office, old fucking cunt. I hate that guy. But he lets me use his maze, so I'll be in the maze, all right? And he's just starts walking off toward the maze.
Okay, thanks.
Alright,
Bye.
All right, remember Armitage the Minotaur, king of mazes,
We'll never forget.
best maze keeper. If you find any good mazes, let me know.
We will.
Yeah, gives you a business card. If you build a maze anywhere, I'm the best guard for your maze.
Yep.
I'm
Go
a
patrol.
We
minotaur.
need to make
Well,
the maze
hordes.
for him and Water Deep.
He just wanders off into the topiary maze.
God, I will
What a
know.
gem.
We need the
And
nicest
he just
people.
leaves the door open to the house.
Well, let's go in.
Yeah, you invited us in, just
we
not
were,
to his
yeah,
maze.
we were invited.
Not
so-
to the maze. Stay out of the maze.
Are, are we vampires now? We gotta be invited in?
Well, it's polite.
So like I said, the hallway
Alright, that's
itself,
true.
It's all wood paneled, wood floor, wood ceiling, wood walls, all of the same sort of dark, like oak or something, so some sort of dark stained wood. So the hall is fairly large, but there's no paintings or artwork or statues or anything that decorates it. So because it's all dark and wood, it feels oppressive. It feels tight and small. Even though it's a big open hallway, the wood itself makes it feel like you're being compressed. And it's a series of doors on either side. There's like 4 or 5 doors on either side of the hall, and it ends in one large wooden door at the very end.
That one seems important.
Important door. Let's
Did
go.
we,
Yeah,
should we
I don't
knock
think-
on it?
I don't think we should wander through the other doors.
Or
We
should
go on our
we?
way out.
There's no one here to stop us, really.
Yes, it's kind of creepy.
I'm sorry, I thought this is where I parked my car. I mean,
Yeah.
carriage.
I'd like to cast guidance on myself in the case that I need it.
Sure.
I think we'll go ahead through the main door, though. Yeah, I
You
mean,
guys,
the,
you guys
the
are gonna head
vent door.
straight toward the largest door at the back of the hall.
Sure, we'll give her a knock.
Okay. The only light in this room, there's no torches or anything, so the only light from this room is the open door at your back. So the room gets progressively darker as you get to this big, ominous door at the very end. You guys walk up to it, the sounds of your boots and shoes clacking on the wooden floor beneath you. You can see the floor here is fairly well worn. It seems like a lot of people have made this same little stroll. And join with the. I know you rolled that insight check on that guy, but with a high insight, I'll say the way this space is designed, where it sort of funnels you toward that large door, and everything seems oppressive and small. It's purposeful. It's like it's trying to set you up psychologically to make whatever is on the other side of the door seem bigger and grander than it actually is. Somebody designed this as like an experience to make you feel small and helpless before you go through the next room. This is on purpose. It's not, just poor house design.
Yeah.
Um,
Mind games
yeah, it's
for
fine.
the other person on the door.
On the other side, yeah. So Layla, you roll up to the door and knock on it. There's a pause, and then you hear a voice on the other side go, Armitage, I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, I don't care if you live in my maze, stop coming in my house. Why are you knocking? You never knock. You always just burst in here and yell about being a minotaur and needing a bigger axe. There's a pause.
I'm just
Well,
gonna open the door, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, and there's a man sitting behind the desk. So the room opens up into a big, well-lit room, giant windows behind him that frames him almost in a shadow in the setting sun. The light cascades in heavily, and it makes the room feel bright and open and big, because you're coming from this room, this hallway that felt small and oppressive. The room beyond feels huge and up almost on like a dais, it seems like, because there's a giant dark wooden desk, paintings on the wall, fine works of art and sculptures and marble, things that like busts of other family members and things that mirrors and things that reflect the light make this room feel warm and bright and big. And the man sitting behind the big desk in the center of the room doesn't look too different from the Never Ember you guys have met in Waterdeep. He has fairly thin features, tall, very bright red hair, a red mustache and goatee, but he has crow's feet on either side of his eyes, and his hair has begun to turn slightly gray. Um, Unlike your friend, the young Never Ember, as well, he's a bit broader of shoulder, a bit thicker. His features, like his facial features, harken to maybe a little bit of elvish in his blood, but his build, his hands are big, his body is broad, and his hands are laid out on the desk. The desk itself is almost completely clear, except for an ink pot, a quill, and a single ledger that sits on the desk. He cocks his head to the side and says, "I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting guests.
Oh.
I just assumed you were the silly, slightly insane dwarf who lives in my garden."
Yeah, we saw him on the way in.
We like her.
He nods, and then you can see him taking like a mental inventory of all of you, where he's like counting and doing some sort of math. And he goes, "Well, I suppose you could come in." And the chair that he's sitting in, a big wooden son of a bitch, rolls back slightly. And he stands up and starts walking over toward a big bar that's built into the wall with lots of crystal vials and bottles and things full of liquor and fancy glasses, and obviously set up for a presentation. He's wearing very, very finely set, tailored clothes that make that frame his frame well. He's big and broad of shoulders, though you can tell he has a bit of a punch to his stomach. Maybe he's gained a weight a bit in his older age. He starts walking over to the bar and he goes, "Well, yes, come on into my office then. May I offer the group of you a drink?"
Can I make you a drink?
He shrugs.
Ooh.
It's an odd thing for a guest to request, but I suppose. He motions toward the bar. And he
Well,
goes,
we own a bar and we have some really cool drinks, and this one's called the Ectoplasm.
"Before you begin mixing me a beverage, perhaps an introduction. Who
Oh,
are you and why are you in my
yeah.
home?"
Good point.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
And he circles back around away from the bar toward his desk while Layla shuffles over to the bar. And then he asked, "Who are you? Why are you in my home?" He seems to be waiting for an answer.
But does
But
someone want to speak for us, or?
I'm Jordan. I think we should all introduce ourselves. I'm Jordan, and we're all together. That's Lila, Chris, Curtis, Buster.
I'm outside.
Wait, you stayed outside? Oh,
Yeah.
No, I assumed you filtered in with the rest of them, Kurt.
Oh, okay.
Unless you prefer to just not participate.
I thought I was just still playing music outside.
No, like you distracted them and sort of lulled them back into place and then went inside.
All right.
You get fucking magic accordion fingers. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Don't worry about it.
yeah, exactly. We're just here to ask some questions, start a conversation, and have some drinks if you're offering.
Yes, well, you're Jordan, and that one making drinks is Layla. And apparently you own a bar.
That's not
That's
why we're here, though.
And you are.
Oh, I'm Chris. Hi.
And that one is Chris. And the other two.
First not. At your
Your name
service.
is comical.
Thank you.
And your half-orc friend. He's waiting for you to introduce yourself, Chris.
Oh, I left and I had to let the cat out. Well, what does he want to know about me?
He literally just
Your
asked your
name.
name for now.
Oh, hello, good sir. I'm Curtis.
Well then, Layla, Joyden, Buster, Chris, and Curtis, and apparently Layla's dog.
What? No, Layla is making your
Group of
drinks.
you into the home of a Lord of Baldur's Gate this evening.
No, you can't really own a dog. They own themselves. But that's besides the point. Your question.
Drunk, ma'am.
Sorry, we had a few drinks. I had Curtis had a memory of my mom. Off topic.
Trying to get them to stop selling the murders at Baldur's Gate on street carts, but no one listens.
I'm glad that you remembered that the name was murdered at Baldur's Gate. I didn't want to say I had a couple of murders because that would seem.
I guess Layla brings over a drink to him.
Yeah, it's actually a love potion. I'm like, this one is like
He
my
takes it,
favorite.
He smells it and he goes, "Typically I drink my liquor straight, but I will try this." He takes a drink.
Awesome. It's blessed.
How pleasant. Again, I don't mean to be rude to guests, but a group of strange people show up in my home.
Yeah, we should probably get to it, huh?
Um,
Well,
who wants to break
we're
the news?
here because we want. There's a bit of a dragon crisis going on in other parts of the world currently, and we know that you were good friends with Aranox. Was that his name?
Aranox.
Yeah, and we were wondering if you knew his whereabouts. And I'd like to preface this with he's not in Waterdeep anymore
He
due
nods.
to
He goes,
things that happened.
"So that would make the group of you the people who cleared out the gold I hid in the vault."
I mean, not necessarily. I don't know why you would jump to that conclusion.
He looks at you a little
But-
disappointed and he's like,
yeah, that play's really fucking hilarious, by the way.
I didn't design the vaults. Dwarves made it, but yes, and I suppose you talked old Oranox to just leaving. Probably explained the situation he was in. The old fellow's conscience always seemed to override his, well, other interests.
Yeah, I tried to have sex with him, it didn't work out.
He cocks his head to the side. Right, I'm not completely sure that's information I actually needed in this instance, but at this point, for whatever reason, you're looking for Arnox, you're seeking him then.
Yeah, he has a thing that
The black staff.
I guess we should explain about the dragon rage, huh?
A dragon rage.
Yeah.
I've seen no king killer star in the sky. There should be no rage.
Yeah, that's the common sense is that but it's coming early for some reason and a bunch of dragons are starting to go nuts and we need a way to
We got staff back, really.
yeah, we need the staff back.
We just
That
need
is
staff.
dire news indeed. So you seek Arthanax to recover the staff because you believe it is linked somehow to the rage. Considering you're the group that cleared the dungeon out and took the gold, I also assume you're the group of individuals who saved my estranged son.
Wow, he's got ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did save your son.
I Yes, well, what's the old saying about apples and trees? That
Tree
wouldn't
doesn't
Apple doesn't fall
fit
for.
apples.
The tree
hard.
doesn't
Gravity
fall
works.
the apple.
that one
Yeah.
that one didn't fall from the tree so much as it got picked up and carried away by his bitch of a mother.
Jesus.
Well,
She was an unpleasant woman.
is this
I guess I'm
relevant
not
or?
smart.
Do you have anything?
I suppose
you-
not. But you're seeking Arnox because you're seeking the staff. And you think this staff leaving the city has somehow triggered a dragon rage.
Well, I don't know. I don't know
That's
if
what
that
our sources tell
He
us.
shrugs.
is that what we concluded or.
He shrugs. I'm not entirely sure how the dragon weird actually works or why the King Killer Star actually drives them all mad, but I do know where Aronnox's original lair was and where he might be. It's far away, and I would be willing to tell you.
Question for you. You don't think he's mad at you, do you?
I don't particularly care.
You're good then?
I'm assuming you guys
Odd.
haven't seen each other for like a long time.
He
Probably
shakes his
doesn't
head. Oh,
matter
no.
that much.
No, when I fled Waterdeep, I put him in charge of watching the gold because I thought anyone that tried to take it would just get eaten, but apparently he wasn't up to that task.
Oh, I'm sure he ate a lot of people before we got down there. There are a lot of good traps in that vault also.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes in this life when you gamble in a certain way, things don't always work out, but I made it here with most of Waterdeep's navy, so the stolen ships have made me quite popular in the city.
Cool.
And he smiled very, like, fucking dickishly, like, proud of himself.
Yeah.
Outfitting an entire city with an army is definitely noteworthy. Valid.
So, you want to know where Arnox would have fled to had he left the city of Waterdeep? That is a
Yeah.
question I can answer, but things work a little different here in Baldur's Gate than they
Yeah.
do in
I'm
Waterdeep.
assuming you want us to do something for you.
He smiles and he's like, I'm glad to see that you carry some intelligence. Yes. I have a task that I'd like you to complete, and if you do so, I will tell you where Arnox's lair lies.
The
Can
Tarzan.
can I have that drink first?
What kind of task?
He nods to the bar and he goes, There's a young girl that I'm somewhat fond of.
Sure. Oh,
There's
yeah.
another lord here in the city. A man named Balthazar. He's learned that I was fond of this lady and has seen it fit to remove her from play. He has her
Put a
in one
ring
of
on it?
his estates. If you could go retrieve her from the estate and bring her back here,
Wait, wait,
I
Have
will
you
tell
asked
you where
her how she
Arnox is.
feels?
wait. She got kidnapped?
He smiles and he goes, I would of course never accuse another Lord of Waterdeep of something as dire as kidnapping.
And wait. You want us to kidnap her and then bring her to you? Like a kidnapping, double kidnapping? Insight check.
Again, kidnapping, perhaps not the correct word here.
Okay, sounds like
So,
asshole, and I want to try insight.
Layla's gonna get like real close to him. She goes, do you love her?
You want to roll your insight check before I respond?
Try to.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Anybody want to give me inspiration?
Don't you also have?
Oh yeah, you can have
guidance on,
mine.
don't you?
Thank you. I cast it before we walked in. Do I still have that on, or has it been too long?
It's been well over a minute, I think.
Okay. Natural 20.
Nice.
Do you love her?
Do you love me?
He says that, perhaps love is a strong word, Layla, you get the sense that it's probably not love so much as lust. He is fond of her, but this dude has a kid who's an adult, and he's apparently banging some young girl. Like, it's probably not love. Um, but he does seem to have some sort of attachment, as much as like a straight up sociopath can,
And
to this girl.
how does she feel about you?
Well, how she feels about me in this instance is not quite as relevant as the fact that she's being. I don't think she wants to be where she is. Perhaps I can explain a bit more. You see, this Lord and I, we are in somewhat of competition. He runs a union similar to the unions I run, and he has forced me out of the steeps in exchange for her safety. He has, and again, I don't want to make any accusations against another lord, but he has made some threats against her and is holding her in one of his manors. I would see her safe, you see.
And safe being with you or out of the city?
Removed from him, so that I may continue my business as normal.
Okay. Hmm.
So Layla, this dude's side piece got kidnapped
Okay.
by his rival. This is what you're getting at.
Yeah.
His side piece got kidnapped out of it by his rival. His rival is saying, "Hey, as long as you let me, have control of this area of the city and do my business here, she's fine. You
Well,
fuck around, I'll fuck around." And then what he wants you to do is just remove that from play so he can go back to doing his normal shit.
okay, I will do this. For love.
May I try something?
Yeah, whatever you want. It's D&D. Ooh.
Can I try this Mantle of Majesty?
It's bonus action. You're gonna cast command on him?
Yeah.
What does unearthly beautiful Curtis look like?
Ooh.
I want,
hair just,
give me
like,
that juice. Tell me how this
shinier.
looks.
Gosh, I don't know if he'd want to change his appearance right now because Never Ember's already seen
you
him.
appear that way to the we'll say you appear that way to him, to Lord Neverember.
All right.
Lord Neverember is going to perceive you in a different way, which is going to allow you to cast command on him.
Well, I think I'll just I'll be a much more handsome Kurt, like 30 years younger, probably.
So young, buff,
Before him.
tall, no wrinkles, full head of hair, majestic Kurt appears to to Lord Neverember. And what is the command you wish to give him?
Oh, what am I gonna say?
He sees you not as you are now, but as you were in your prime, at your best. This is the Curtis that I'm giving you time to think, by the way. This is the Curtis that formed a cult and led them into ripping their son's eye out and replacing it with a piece of an extraterrestrial being. This is the Curtis that could sell fire to the devil. That's
God.
what Lord Neverember sees.
Or we don't have to do your kidnapping for you, and you can just tell us where Aranox is.
Okay. So it lets you cast the command spell. What is your spell save DC?
Spell save.
Let me get a
15.
stat. 15. It would help if I spelled noble instead of Nobel. And command, I think, is a wisdom save?
Funnily enough, Neverember is neither of these things.
The wisdom save, yeah. His wisdom is a +2. So real +2. Shit. Okay. Let's just bypass all the stuff Chase planned for tonight. Hang on just a second.
I'm sorry, but I just can't abide by kidnapping a poor young girl.
I mean, we might still go get her. We're just not gonna bring her.
I mean, technically, we're unkidnapping her.
We could always just
And he
let
said
her
we
go.
didn't
Rescue?
have to bring her here.
No, he didn't say we had to do that.
I mean,
we just had
can,
to get her
we can
out of
still
the.
do it. We just won't tell Neverember.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
possible, yeah. Maybe she doesn't want to be.
Oh, give him ignorance. That's so kind of you, Curtis. Just like I didn't know.
A glossy-eyed look goes over Neverember. He goes a little pale, paler than his already ginger skin is, and his eyes get a little sheen to them as he looks up at your awe-inspiring friend, looks up at Curtis. He blinks heavily a few times and says, "There's a city in Arnok, a Netherese city that crashed into the desert in the great sea of sand. In it was a great tower. Arthanax lives in the tower." And he sort of blinks and shakes his head, and then you can see a disconcerted look come over his face in confusion.
Kurt just kind of gently pats his face.
There.
I make myself another drink.
Well, we'll go fetch your lady for you.
I appreciate that. He's visibly shaken and confused about what just happened. So just in case anybody wants to write this down, in the Anarok Desert, in the Great Sea of Sand, there is a tower that was a Netherese tower, and Arthanox makes his abode, has his lair, his dragon's lair, in that tower.
And rock, sand, and the tower.
Netherese? Netherrise.
Okay.
Netherize.
Sweet.
It's Netherese. That's the way people say it. That's the way it's spelled, but people say Netherese. And he's like, "Yes, please bring Coralia back to me." And he's looking at the drink and looking at Layla like he thinks she's sipping a roofie. He just seems really out of it all of a sudden. And to the rest of you, this was just Curtis just leaned in and was just like, "Tell me what I want to know," and the dude just told it. But he's blinking and confused and looks a little nauseous. He doesn't, whatever Curtis just did doesn't seem to have affected him well.
It's like, need another drink? I'm pouring.
Do you need healing?
No, I think perhaps I just need some time alone. You saw yourselves into my home. I assume you can see yourselves out.
Oh yeah.
Can we say goodbye to our good friend out in the garden?
If you go into the maze, he tries to kill you.
Oh. Right.
Yeah, he only said that about 10 times while we were out there.
We thought he
I
was
just
joking.
It's cute.
I mean, you can go in, Buster.
Ugh.
Buster, you can't go in there. You will die.
Okay, I don't want to die yet.
You don't know how strong he is.
He said he would get him a drink first.
He's as strong as any other insane person. He's
okay.
Not
He's got
right
crazy
in the
strength.
head. He's an old dwarf, too.
So you just kind of humored him and let him stay here? That's nice of you.
He shrugged. Like he seems really out of it now. Like he doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Oh, you're
He's just
so
happy.
smart.
He's got magically roofied, so he doesn't he doesn't know what to do with himself.
Good. You gave him the brain scramblies, yes.
And he's like, feel free to take your drink with you then, Jordan.
Okay, great. I'll just make another one then.
My
Just help
God,
yourself
have a
his
drink.
Go ahead
cabinet.
and poison another drink.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
this
like the idea that
this
he's
one.
like, feel free to take your drink with you, just not the glass.
He doesn't seem to care about the glass, even though it's a fine like crystal glass. He doesn't seem to care about it. He's like looking around the room, like he's trying to figure out what just happened to him.
You drank too much Surge.
Okay, well, thanks
Fell in
for your
love.
time. Do we want to come back and let him know if we've?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
he's an asshole.
Don't worry, Nevy.
Bye.
We'll take care of your woman problem for you.
Yes, and I suppose you already have the reward I promised you. Why did I tell you that?
Feeling generous.
I'm
Well,
just gonna
to be honest,
use finger gun on the way out.
you really wanted to.
You guys are always like backing out of the room. And
I'm
Curtis
out.
is like, yeah.
I think maybe it's because I'm so cute.
That too.
Aw,
That's
yeah.
probably it.
Your love potion worked, Layla.
Like the door shuts. The guards seem shocked and surprised as you leave Lord Neverember's house, as if like they don't remember you going in. They're in like a similar fugue state to whatever Curtis has done to Lord Neverember. He seems to have done something similar to the guards. But you guys breeze out of the house and out of the estate fairly easily. And you find yourselves on the street in front of Lord Neverember's.
I have an important date.
Well, that went really well.
Probably should
Yeah,
have
I know.
asked him where Balthasar's place is.
I don't think he knows. I think if he knew, he
Well,
wouldn't have this problem. Probably.
maybe we should have found out what the seeps was.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just know it's a place. Oh, it's there. Okay, good. What?
I feel like Chris has seen Curtis whisper at people and they just die. So I'm just like, it's another weird Curtis thing.
It's
Curtis,
fine.
You know,
Curtis is slowly becoming like one of my favorite characters ever. He's so
So-
fucking creepy, and I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if Denny planned for him to be that way, but I, as the dungeon master, have definitely swung it that way.
I do really
mean,
like the concept.
Does he
of
have
the
ulterior
bird.
motives? Maybe. Who knows? I don't even know.
I don't
But
know.
he-
The motives don't outline mine, so that's fine. I mean, go against mine.
Nah, I mean you're cool with your shoe thing.
Fucking
Yeah.
Curtis is like a Sith. He's just like,
That's
tell me what
his,
I want to know. I crush you with my mind.
that's the Curtis Memorandi.
It's the best. I love
Where's
it.
the Joker? Where is he?
Like to hear how I got my smile.
But the creepy part is that he's very calm about it. He's like, tell me where Othronax is. And then he just whispered in a guy's ear and he convulsed and died. It wasn't even like a raised voice, it was a whisper.
Yeah, that's definitely what sticks with me the most. It's just like, why I'm not asking questions.
One
You
of
know, because
one of the greatest scenes in Batman history is in the The Dark Knight Returns. There's a scene where like Batman, he's older, he's old man Batman. And, oh my god, look at that cat! And he's like, he's interrogating some dude on a roof, and and he's like, I need to know where blah blah blah. Tell me about this. And the guy's like, looks down over the roof, and he's like, hey, let me give you some advice. If you want to kill somebody, take them up someplace higher, because if you drop me from here, it probably won't kill me. And Batman's like, oh, I'm counting on it. And he just drops the sumbitch off the roof. And the dude breaks both his legs, and then he comes down and like picks the guy up, and he's like, basically he tells him like, I'm gonna take you back up to the top of the roof, and I'm gonna drop you again unless you tell me what I want to know.
Oh my god.
And I'm like,
Fuck.
yes, that's how Batman works.
That's your boy.
That's my boy. Gets me right here.
Oh, I love when you get passionate about Batman.
Yeah, I'm the king of Batman nerds. I have a D&D character that's just Batman, by the way. He's in my back pocket in case I ever need him. So you guys
So-
find yourselves on the street.
So we're gonna find this guy.
One of Lord Balthazar's manors, apparently, there's a chick that is kidnapped. Maybe not kidnapped. You don't know. But Neverember wants her not in that house anymore.
All right, I think no better
I
time.
don't know if you guys want to do. I
than
mean, you guys
darkness.
have the information you came here to get. So you can just fucking leave.
Well, like, do a good thing though.
Yeah, I think we
It
should
seems
have.
like she's being kept against her will. So
Mhm.
that's
And
not
it's-
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Neverember
for
certainly
political
implied that.
intrigue.
I mean, we do good things sometimes. All of the time.
Yeah, like look.
Complete murder hobos.
Some of it, as a treat.
Yes. Yes, that's why we're not complete murder hobos.
Murder homeowners.
Because
We're just
we have
murderers.
So we're murder homos?
murder homos. Some
No,
of
that's
us.
just you.
Hey,
Yay.
I mean,
oh.
Layla swings both ways.
Layla's
Murder boy.
she's
Murder
I don't want to put a label on Curtis and Buster's relationship, but Layla slings both ways.
it's established already.
Yes,
Chris
bi
seems
and
completely
homosexual are two different things.
Chris seems completely asexual. She's not interested.
And for the moment.
I don't know about Joyden.
it's more for survival's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan
If I
had
can
sex with
avoid
me,
it.
so
I guess Jordan did have sex with Layla, so I don't know if Jordan's only into ladies.
that's a good question. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Jordan is fluid.
Jordan is fluid, gender fluid.
Whoever is the hottest.
That's fine with me.
I think Elric may be the only straight one.
Woo.
It's like our actual D&D group. I'm the only straight white man.
You're the minority this time.
I'm the minority.
You are a minority.
Case, forget about straight. You're the only white man.
This is true.
It's true.
But I'm the thing that's typically like, that's the most common thing. But in our friend group, I'm the only one.
That's nice. Well, yeah, that's
Oh,
kind
I
of true
love it.
with D&D too. A lot of the people that are there's not a lot of
I gotta say, I will tell you guys this. I brag a lot about my D&D group. People are like,
Yes.
D&D, it's all white dudes, and I'm like, fuck you.
that are like super nerd. No.
My D&D group's mostly chicks, and they're the best.
Aw.
Chicks plus Uzi.
Who plays a chick?
Who plays a chick? Yeah. Also true.
That's a good one.
No, but I'm very proud of my predominantly female group that is awesome.
Oh, we love you. You're a great
I love
DM.
Yay.
Aw.
So, anyway, you're out in the streets. This is the city of Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's
Name?
Gate.
Be something?
Oh, your card. Aw.
Yeah.
Uzi still got his card. For that time that he didn't show up to D&D.
Yeah, for like 3 weeks or something. Like I think it was.
Yo.
The "We Miss You" card.
The We Miss You
Yeah.
card. What was on the back side? Wasn't it like a church thing?
Yeah.
With a bunch of like judgy
It's like,
women.
it's not the same when you're gone.
Jen found it at an estate sale. There was like a whole stack of them.
It's best.
But D&D, guys, come on,
Oh,
focus.
yeah.
Focus with me here. We're playing
Okay.
a game.
But we're so bad at focusing.
Just
I
tell
know
me what
we've
you're
been
doing.
terrible.
The guy.
We've been
What's-
playing
what's
for
the
almost
plan,
3
Stan?
hours and we moved like an inch.
What do you guys want to do?
Let's go find that house. Let's go.
Yeah,
figure
we can act like a bunch of drunks. I say, stumbling my drink. Yeah.
I mean, if this guy knows Neverember, he probably already lives in this rich part of the city anyway, so we don't have to travel very far.
We can do
Probably.
like an investigation check to see if you guys can like ask around and talk to the right people and see, yeah, who has the highest investigation. Who wants
I
to
will
roll it for?
assist because my investigation is terrible.
Whoa.
Whoever rolls it. Well, I was gonna say you could roll with advantage, but a 19 is pretty good. So a few hours of talking to people, asking about this woman by name Corlia, and I wrote her name down. It's something with a C, and there's
Corley's.
Ham. Kalia. Asking around about Kalia and the houses that Balthazar owns, and so on. You do manage to narrow it down. It seems like he owns about 3 houses, 3 big ass manors.
What a dick.
But you do manage to find the appropriate what you think is the manor where this woman is being held. It's a big sprawling manor with a not what's the word I'm looking for? A hedge. Around it is a wall and a big gazebo and like a small pond on it. Very fancy, well-appointed manor. There's no gate that leads up to it. There's just a small paved path that leads up to the front door, but there are a pair of guards out in front of it.
As long as there's not a hedge mage, we should be fine.
There's not a hedge mage, but I got a map. Let me find your guys's characters. Chris. And oh no, Ira's not there. Layla. And Buster. And Curtis. And Joyden. And Kelric is a dog.
I don't have
Although
any vision.
I don't know if it lasts that long because I can only do that for an hour.
You've got multiple,
You're still
don't
a
you?
dog.
You have like a bunch of beast shapes now, don't you?
Well, I do, but like I still only get
You know,
X number per day.
Put it on the very bottom of the map for me. Okay, let me.
And you haven't. This is like your first one for today, though. Right?
Yeah, but still, it's beast shape lasts for an hour.
You see now?
So if over an hour
I
has
can
passed
literally see
since
from
we went
your
to
phone.
Neverember and came back, then
I see your token moving around.
Big ass
Dynamic.
place.
Okay.
Wow.
Dynamic lighting. Okay.
Oh,
Very dark.
oh, there's
Good
two
thing I didn't
Laylas.
remember any of that.
double the Layla, double the fun.
So Layla is.
I'm the only one that can't see.
Can everybody else see?
Yeah, I can see.
I
I can see a sliver.
I mean, it is
I can.
at the very
Fine.
bottom
wait.
of the screen.
Oh, I was zoomed out.
I don't know why. Layla can't see.
Yeah, here I am.
Maybe because she's extra tiny on the map. Oh no, wait.
Path site. 60 by 30.
No, it's because she's too beautiful for this world.
Aww.
Too
Aw.
Get
bad.
your token out again?
I mean, Wolf.
Am I on the right layer?
Hang on.
No, on the right layer.
Yeah, you are. Zoom all the way out for me. That's so weird. Why can't you fucking see? Yeah, try refreshing it for me, see what that does. You're down like bottom right of the map. There it goes. You just needed a refresh. Okay. Cool.
No, I don't see anybody.
Huh? So I just threw you guys out on the edge of it near the hedge wall.
What?
Feel free to explore.
What? Oh. What's happening over here?
I can see everybody. Oh, right here.
So there's like a 10-foot tall hedge wall
Uh-huh.
that wraps around the place that you can't see through.
You dance. We have to chop it down.
Can
Oh,
can
shit.
I climb through it and like poke my
Yeah.
face through the other side?
Sure. Do you want
Sure.
to try to do that without being seen, or do you just want to
Yeah.
shove your face in?
I would like to not be seen. I'd like to
Alright.
just like have my
Make
face
a self
through.
check for me.
I am going to just come back over here where everyone else is. Wait, where's Chris? Chris is not over here. Chris did not go this way.
I'm poking. Oh, that's not good.
Let me turn the actual grid off because it'll make it easier for you guys. There we go. And then Chris, you should be able to see through now.
Yeah.
Chris, you like sort of pull some branches out of the way, shove your head in, and as soon as you look in, you could see like one of the house guards patrolling. And he's walking along. He turns and sees a face sticking through the fucking brush, and he's like,
I withdraw
"Hey,
immediately.
what the fuck are you doing over there?"
Sorry, I dropped something. It rolled into the hedges. I'll
Make a
just
deception
leave.
check for me.
It was an accident.
How much of this do we hear?
All of it, he's shouting.
I'm so bad at
He's like, "Hey, we found fucking weirdos sticking their heads in the fucking mage. You guys get out of
No.
here!"
I'm
Seriously.
going. I'm leaving. Oh, I'm trapped in here. Oh, I'm stuck.
Fucking weirdos over here.
Or maybe I'll run this way.
So you guys just you hear some shouting, and then Chris takes off running.
Oh, Jesus. 6 and 9. Not nice.
Come on!
We're doing really well.
Yeah.
Doing
should
real
probably-
good. Good rolls.
Let's go this way. This the way that Chris is not.
Hey, I
Yeah.
hear you running out there, you fucking weirdo. What are you doing? Sticking your head in people's fucking houses like this?
No, the thing.
You
I'm
get back,
sorry.
get the
It was
fuck
an
back over here.
accident.
We
This
can
went
hear you.
south
We can hear you
very
running out
quickly.
there. I'm gonna climb over this hedge, mage. I'm gonna kick your ass. You hear me? I'm gonna make sure I cut your face so people know.
Wait, did he say hedge maze?
Oh, not a hedge, mage.
I got an idea.
Aw.
Let's give
Hedge
this
maze.
guy a new maze.
Chris looked inside and there's no maze.
Damn.
Am I supposed to? Am
No,
I supposed
hang
to
on,
be
there's
able to
supposed
go over this?
Boop. There you go. No, that's alright. I just missed the spot. Sorry, there's a lot of map to draw lines on. So there's people chasing Chris and yelling. As you guys come around, you can see over here. There's actually. Oh, wait, hang on, let me get the right thing out. Over here, there's actually a pair of guards standing out in front of the front door, and they're like, "Hey, what the fuck is Tommy yelling about?" And the other one's like, "Oh, Tommy's fucking weird. He's always yelling shit."
Can I see if they're going to be moving or just staying here?
They just seem to be doing what they're doing. Like they're just hanging out in front of the door.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, Tommy. Oh yeah, I just saw him take off after
Hey, who the fuck are you, lady?
well, can I try to climb over this fence or this hedge?
Yeah, make an athletics check.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. What the fuck are you doing over here?
Oh.
Yeah, no problem, Jordan.
Awesome.
Well, actually, I
Go over here.
have a couple questions. I was hoping you could answer them.
Chris, some shouting and some like hands come through the bushes and some more yelling, but after a few
Oh.
moments, they seem to lose interest in you.
Cool.
Is this door open where I am?
Yeah. Do you want to open it?
Yeah.
Make a stealth check for me, Jordan.
I guess I'll try and find the rest of the party.
23.
Okay, you're fine. You slide the door open. There's a small couch to one side, a chair that faces a group of windows,
Hmm.
a couple doors that seem to lead into smaller rooms, and a set of stairs that lead up. There's a hearth and a table in the room adjacent to you. It seems like almost like a guest house.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
That's good. Good place to be. What about this door? Is it open?
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be locked.
Can I peek in, see who's here?
It's a closet. It's
Oh.
empty, but it's there for storage for like in case the guests have things that need to be stored.
And what about
This room has a similar thing. It's just a small like it's just lined with shelves.
Oh, okay. So this is literally a guest house. This is
There's a hearth and a table. There's a set of stairs around the corner here
okay.
that go up to the second floor. The second floor is a bedroom. So there's a bedroom in there. Yeah, it's literally a guest house.
But nobody here. Well,
There's
yeah.
nobody in it, yeah.
Vacate premises.
Okay. And what are you doing, Layla?
Oh, I'm just gonna talk to this guy because everybody else is gonna like jump in, I guess, and stealth
What are you
around.
talking to him about?
Oh, I was gonna ask him if, his lord ever had counsel with people and,
Make a persuasion check?
if he was interested in clerical teachings of Soon and, persuasion?
No solicitors!
Persuasion. You climbing back over the hedge, Jordan?
Yeah, more like everyone know
10.
like what is over here.
He's like, hey, yo, wait, hey, whoa, hey, look, you don't come up to me and just start asking me questions about my employment. I don't know who the fuck you are. Who are you? Who is you? You come over here and you just be like, hey, what's going on? Tell me everything you know about your lord. Meanwhile, Chris is like going around the side of the house, like looking in windows. Look, I don't come to wherever the fuck you work and just ask you what you do for business. That's rude. Don't be rude now, okay? And just scurry off now, little girl.
Well, I was asking if he wanted, my
I just
services.
don't really care about your services or like what you're offering here or like mostly anything you got to say, okay?
Can I wander over there?
Sure.
You're
Right,
just so very strong.
Where
So-
are you? I'm gonna fall from behind and kill him.
Just like
Oh.
Layla, there you are. Yeah,
Hey, whoa, there's
Sorry.
two of yous.
yeah. Sorry. Just a
Fucking lady
little lost.
Rolling up,
I'll
got a dog in her purse. What the fuck's going on?
It's like all I have is this compass. All I know that this is south. Can you tell me where are we?
You're in front of this house. Maybe you should go someplace else. You're being weird.
No, but
There's a bunch of weird
like who-
people here.
Like whose house is it? Are we on our way? We're just looking, for the
Wait,
next
what?
bar.
What difference does it make whose fucking house this is? This is a house. It's somebody's house. People live here. Get out of here. Fucking weirdos.
All right, well let's go. There's no need for us to be over
Oh,
here.
hey, Buster. How's it going?
Hey, do you want to sneak up from behind and like whack him?
I mean, we can.
Yeah,
Like,
let's do it.
Yeah, okay.
I'll pay you.
There are some dudes in this window, so maybe try and be a little quiet while we're doing
The two dudes, as you go past there's two guys sitting in chairs with a small table between them and a hearth nearby, like a fireplace, and they're playing cards on the table. They don't really seem to be paying much attention.
Okay.
These two guys, go ahead, because Layla and Jordan are distracting them, go ahead and roll stealth checks with advantage.
Nice. Be very quiet.
I'm hunting rabbits.
Whoop. Oh man, my stealth rolls not good tonight.
Well, I mean, I don't
Good.
think their passive perception is super fucking high.
Okay,
You're good.
I'm just gonna sneak up and put him to sleep.
Do you want to like choke him out, or do
Yeah,
you
I'm
want to
just
like
gonna choke
whack
him
him?
out.
Okay, make an athletics check. Gonna need to be
God.
a 5. And roll for shit. So Chris just slips up behind one of these guys while the other one's yelling at Layla, and like Layla, you can see this happening behind the dude. Is like Chris just like puts him in a chokehold and starts dragging him back into the bushes.
Layla just has like this kind of shocked look, and then she's like,
He's unconscious.
effective.
Chris, you just pull him back into the bushes and Hitman
Yeah.
style gently lay his unconscious body down.
Why
Yeah.
does that make Chris a bushwhacker?
I mean, Chris is a bushwhacker, but this is not why.
Oh. Time up.
The other guy is like, "Hey, Chris, like, did you fucking hear about the?" And he turns around and sees his buddy missing.
Yeah, he's Chris too.
Buster, you rolled really well in stealth. Do you want to try to take this other guy out?
Yeah.
How do you want to do that?
I'm gonna try to do a flying curb stomp.
He's gonna leap in the air.
Yeah, you got jump boots now.
Yeah, I've got the jump boots, so I'm gonna ricochet off the bush and like try to plant my feet directly in his eyes.
Make an attack roll for me.
An attack roll? Okay.
Just like with
So-
any of your weapons, like whatever weapons you got on your character sheet.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
Mario
just
stop
afford-
his ass.
Yeah.
A 15
That-
will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh. Alright. There we go.
For what's the difference here? One-handed and two-handed. We'll take the 8. So
Okay.
you do run up in the air, you bounce off of a nearby bush, and you bury both feet into this dude's face. He stumbles back, and he's like, but you just hear him go, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" And he falls backwards on the ground and starts scrambling around and pawing for his sword. He's still conscious.
Yes.
I would like to cast silence
Okay,
in that
so
area.
suddenly he goes, "Ah!" and then
Oh no, it's a ritual. I don't have it prepped. Never mind.
Okay, never mind. So he
Can I
starts to
Can I try to
yell.
grapple him?
Yeah, you make an athletics check.
Alright.
Versus his.
Oh no, that's not great.
Well, they haven't rolled super well, so let's see. Well, I got a 16. So Join leaps forward, starts trying to pin this dude to the ground. He rolls over, pushes Join off of him, whips out his sword. Can I have an Oreo?
And yells, "Can I have an Oreo?"
That's just me. I want an Oreo. Give me 2 Oreo. Double Oreo me.
1 Oreo.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
They're birthday cake Oreos.
I guess I'll try to run up and assist Buster.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Somehow. I want to like non-lethally put this guy down. All of my things are like murder weapons.
You use one of your weapons, or you try to choke him out like you did the last guy. Whatever.
I
you
guess
wanna
I'll try to choke him out.
do. All right, make an athletics check for me. I need to be a 13.
Roll 20. Please roll 20. Well, are you gonna do it? No. Oh well.
15 is better than 13.
Yeah.
So Chris does manage to run up. She grabs this guy by the back of the head, bounces his head off the nearby wall, and just starts hog tying him. Ropes him up and just drags him back into the bushes with his friend.
Yeah.
So you have two unconscious guards in the bushes
Just
now.
put them together over there. It's fine.
Because friendship.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Um,
the story that we'll have for these two is that, they wanted to get frisky and things got out of hand.
They
Yeah,
wanted to get
and-
frisky, rope got involved, and then they were both stuck.
yeah. So,
And they
Jordan,
passed out.
what did you see in there, Jordan? Like a guest house or something?
So there's a guest house down here. So that we're looking for is up here. So which it came over here to let y'all know before I started wandering off again, and I jumped back over. I can cast jump, so I actually want to cast jump on everybody. So I have 3, so I can.
That would be kind of expensive.
Yeah, I have 3. But I don't really have any spells.
You could just cast it on Chris and have him carry someone.
Oh yeah. I cast jump on Chris, and
And Buster has it already.
And Chris,
Yeah.
who do you want to leap up with?
I guess I'll carry Buster. Or no.
Wait,
Buster Buster has magic jumping boots. You can
I'll
carry
carry
Layla
Layla?
and Kelrick. Yeah, because Layla's
Okay.
carrying Kelrick.
Yeah, Kelrick is like
I'm-
3 pounds right now.
Okay, let me put you guys up on the balcony. Where the fuck is
Soaking
Kelrick?
3 pounds soaking wet. He's
And
in
then
the bottom corner.
then I'll cast jump on myself. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put you guys up on this balcony. And then put you up on the balcony. Which just leaves Curtis and Buster down on the ground floor. So the rest of your friends suddenly, with the magic of Jordan imbued in them, bend down deep at their knees and do a good jump squat and whoop, land up on the balcony above your heads.
Shall we join
Loud
them?
applause.
Yes. We should. I mean, yes, you should. And I want to stealth in first. Feel free to follow.
I'm gonna assume you guys make your way up. Come back here.
Woo!
Let me put you on this balcony.
Sorry.
Whoop.
Oh, it's narrow.
So you guys
Yeah.
whoop, up under the balcony above your heads.
Graceful like a cat.
And then Jordan, you want to slip into the door in front of you?
Yeah.
No problem. To join you open up the door, you can see a pair of guards standing out in front of a door, but they're like half asleep and not really paying attention. One of them's like picking at his nose and then examining the contents. The other one is just leaned back up against the wall, most like almost dozing.
I let people know, like 2 of them, we could kill them, or we could go the other way. Go to the other door.
I think if you go through that door, it just leads into the same room. Well, I don't know. We don't know.
It does
Through
not.
the windows, that door leads into like a sitting room, Chris. So there's
No, I mean
line
like
around that.
it's just like a room that leads into the other room.
Yeah,
though.
you can see a door here. You can kind of see how it connects, just sort of glancing through the windows.
Yeah.
But if you were to stand there, you'd see that like there's a room that starts here.
Yeah, like this door connects to this room and is connected to this room.
So are there drapes over all the? Wait, can they not see us on the other side of the window?
The second floor, Jordan has fucking opened a door and they don't seem to have noticed you. Jordan is the queen of stealth. So, so there's actually a door open right here. And they don't seem to have noticed that it's been opened.
Wow.
But
Okay.
it seems more to their like laziness as opposed to like their actual like the fact that no, there's no drapes or anything over the second floor windows. They're fairly narrow windows just to let in sunlight. But the people inside, they don't seem to be paying any damn attention.
Cool. All right. Now we can.
Can I peek into this one?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, cool. It goes nowhere.
Yeah.
But well, I say nowhere. I mean, like, there's another door here. Less guards. Oh, okay. So at least the same place. Damn.
Yeah.
Is there a barrier here? Like,
There's like a rail to keep you
Yeah.
from falling down, and this leads back down to the first floor. And with your 19 on stealth, you slip into the room fairly easily, sliding up behind the barrier, just in time to see this fellow eat his booger.
Cool.
so I'm
First.
gonna let people know that I'm gonna go like Buster. I'm going in. But, stealth
You're
on.
going in.
Oh, God.
Let's see nothing.
No, I'm not stealthy at all.
So Jordan silently slips into the building in front of the rest of you.
Oh,
Calric's gonna. I guess Calric will turn into a person. And then he would like to use the staff to cast Pass Without Trace.
Boop. Okay. So Calric jumps out of Layla's purse onto the balcony and then appears as Kelric himself. Gives you guys a quick shush, and then with a quick twist of his staff, there's a shadows around you. The stretching long shadows in the evening light seem to almost cling to your bodies. You find yourselves almost enveloped in them. Everybody gets a +10 to their stealth.
Nice.
Hey,
Awesome.
thank you.
That's
I think
Finn's trick. So that would be an 18, Layla. I don't know how you rolled with advantage.
At disadvantage, because I have
Oh, because your
armor.
armor. So that would be an 18.
Mm-hmm.
So you are stealthy due to Kelric's manipulation. That
Okay.
would be a 31 for Kelric.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
28 for Chris.
I give Kelric a little kiss on the cheek because I was struggling really bad at the stealth thing earlier, and it wasn't working.
Aw.
Back at the Elf Song Tavern, sitting on the lap of the guy who was writing his screenplay, a little tipsy and about to get laid again, you see Ira perk up and get a little happy.
All the blushes.
He has romance sense.
Yeah. 27 for Buster.
Yeah, I think she just like jumps up and down and like jingles, and she doesn't hear jingling, and then she's just like gets really happy and gives him like the little tiniest peck on the cheek. She's like,
Thanks.
"That's so quiet."
So you guys are all stealthy as fuck. Unless somebody rolls a 1, you're GTG.
Dun 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 dun.
Well,
But
guess we're going in. Oh.
Dun, dun,
I'm gonna like go into this corner and do things last, and I'm gonna be like, hey, I'd make like choking sounds, or like not sounds, but like gestures at Chris, and like nod at the guy.
Oh.
You wanna?
Can't. Oh, there we go. I'm out of the door now. Yeah. Okay. I nod, and I come up behind him, and guess I'm gonna try and put him to sleep.
What do you want, babe?
Boop.
Do you want a shot and a ginger ale? I got you, pretty girl.
Aw.
Thank you. Bourbon and a ginger ale. It's tasty.
Do you want some orange?
Nay.
Then it's basically a mule.
I'm afraid that there will be pulp in there, and I don't like pulp.
Well,
I don't like
can't
it.
please everyone all the time.
Oh, you could squirt a little bit of the lemon juice in there.
I could. I'll just bring you that.
Or maybe a
You want a
squirt.
glass?
Yes, please.
You want ice?
Sure.
Oh.
Hang on. Cocktails are happening.
Oh.
Also, horseradish cheese.
Ooh, sounds
It's
good.
so fucking good.
Sounds horrible for your breath, but sounds amazing.
I mean, I'll brush my teeth before we make out again, Kat. Don't worry about it.
Okay, excellent. Because I want you in top form.
Hot. Awesome. Awesome. Beautimus.
Okay. So Layla is indicating that Chris should choke one of these people out. So Chris, do you want to attempt to choke somebody out?
I have rolled.
Oh, fuck, a 21?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to roll a natural 20 to keep you from choking this guy out. How about a 2?
Okay.
I mean, the number 2 is in there, so that's a good start.
Oh,
Mhm.
so Chris jumps up, grabs another one of these dudes, drags him to the ground, wraps her legs around his waist, and from behind is just strangulating him. The other one turns and looks, like shooken out of his nap that he was trying to take up against the wall. And Chris, you choke him out just as he's like going back up in there to dig for a little more gold. Drag him down to the ground. He gasps once and begins to pass out, but the other one has noticed what's going on. Does anybody want to do anything about the other jabroni? I mean, Buster is right there, and Jordan is very close by. So either one of you.
You have better athletics. I will help Buster.
Jordan, you can do non-lethal damage with your weapons, and because you're stealth, if you hit, you get your sneak attack, which you can also do as non-lethal. So you can knock people out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's well.
Not with a ranged weapon. It has to be a melee weapon.
Oh, okay.
You can walk up
Same-
behind him and like
same
whack him
attack.
with the pommel of your sword. Yeah, 23 definitely hits.
Woo.
Okay.
Nice.
So this dude gets choked out by Chris. This dude, as he turns to look and you see him like, right as he goes to shout and reach for his short sword that he has at his side, Jordan just whacks him on the back of the head. There's a quick thunk, and he crumples to the ground.
Nice.
I put him on the sofa outside. So that
You just try. Just like, okay, here you go, buddy.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's
I'll put the other one there.
the sound of movement coming from the room.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys can pose them in a
Sexual manner.
an odd way.
I'm gonna put lipstick on one of them and like lipstick on the other one's pants.
Okay. Everybody run up the door inside this room.
which one? The left one? That one? I stand by this side to let them out.
I'll just
Okay.
stand there.
Layla, you run up to the door and try the handle really quick. The door's locked.
No, that's strange.
Okay, yeah, fucking.
26 on thieves' tools. Damn. That
That's
probably
not-
works, right?
Yeah.
Why is
Wait till
Jordan so
Jordan-
little?
Wait till Jordan. Her
Jordan's
fucking
always
does
tiny.
that.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Sexy. There we go. Well, baby Jordan.
Jordan, with a couple of quick seconds of work, the door cracks open. On the other side, you can see a young woman who is trying to open the door. She has long, silken black hair. She's wearing a dress that shows off her curves in a well-mannered way. This is a girl that looks like based on her mannerisms and the way that she doesn't scream or anything when you see her, she doesn't look like she was probably grew up like rich, but the way she is dressed is very well. She sort of looks over the group of you, like curiously, like confused, and she goes, "Oh well, I guess fucking what's his nuts finally sent somebody to come get me."
Yep.
And she nods, and she's like, worst boyfriend ever, by the way. Buys me lots of jewelry, shitty, with like all closeted up with emotions and stuff. But like now's probably not the time.
Yeah, I could get that.
It's
Look, I can bitch
fine.
about him all day. We'll do that later, okay? We can go
Yeah.
get pedicures. Pedicures. Pedicures.
Ooh.
Pedicures.
I could go for a mani pedi.
Mani pedis. I know a place that
What's
does
that?
foot massages. They put these little fish in the fucking water. Anyway.
I
Let's
know a
get
place that does foot massages and barbecue.
Anyway, you guys were never ever just come on, take me out of here. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Let's
No,
fucking go before these people like figure out what like the door over here bursts open and this hulking man comes crashing out. A long, scraggly beard, eye patch. He looks like a pirate. Let's be honest.
I love him.
This big pirate dude comes crashing out and he goes, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Kalia, get back in the fucking room. What are you doing? This is how this shit works." And she's like, "Look, I told you like 1,000 times, I'm not interested in you. Lord Neverember has more, well, he's got more money and a little bit more dick than you. So, you know, you can fuck off. These people came to save me. Right? You guys are here to save me, right? That's what's happening?
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
I'm glad
Anyway, if
I'm
you got a
glad to know
problem,
they
you're
were
gonna have
made
to
for
take
each
it up
other.
with you're gonna have to take it up with them, Balthazar or little Dickazar. I don't know. I don't have a good pun. I'm sorry. But he's got a small penis. You guys get the idea.
yeah, totally.
And he's like, what the fuck, Kalai? I thought we had something. I thought this was something special.
Is that why she was locked in her room?
I didn't lock her in there. Look, I had to lock her in there for her own protection. Fucking Neverember's always sending people up in here. Like, you don't understand how this shit works. Like, we're both like the same girl. Stuff gets weird. And she's like, you basically fucking kidnapped me because you thought it was romantic, okay? That's not how this shit works. You're a fucking weirdo. You know that? With your scraggly beard, you look like a pedophile, okay? And he's like, that hurts me. Do you know what that does to me? That cuts me deep. It
Oh.
cuts me deep, Kalaya. That's not the way you should treat somebody. It's not the way anybody should treat anybody. There's something fucking wrong with you.
While this is happening, can I like nudge her towards the door?
Yeah, and like they keep
Like-
shouting back and forth, and she's like, you know what hurts me? Not your tiny dick. Your tiny dick doesn't hurt at all because it's fucking tiny. And like you guys are like shuffling her out of the room while you're in the middle of this awkward breakup. And like they're like yelling back and forth with each other. And Layla's like spell ready, like I'll fucking kill this dude. And they're just like yelling at each other. And he's like, "Hey baby, don't leave me like this. This is terrible." And she's like, "You know what's terrible? Our fucking sex life. Our sex life is terrible."
You
Yes,
just got burned.
you guys pull her out of the room, jump down from the balcony with her, and start running off into the city, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye. It was nice
She's like,
meeting you.
I've
That
been
was
cooped
cute.
up in there for so long, fucking mani petties, and we're going to Dino's, okay? I don't give a shit what any of you say. I'll tell Neverember. We're gonna go to Dino's, okay? I'm gonna get a slice, and I'm gonna get my fucking toes rubbed.
Well,
Hell yeah.
just tell us where to go.
There's so much to it.
And then we'll pick up next week with you guys dealing with this crazy woman.
Nice.
Yay!
And her
Just
urge
cutting
to have
it.
you escort her around
Wow.
the city while she gets
Mani
You guys
petties.
see Parks and Rec?
God.
Yeah.
This makes me think of Tommy's girlfriend.
I have an Italian friend named Tommy.
Which one is Tommy?
The black guy.
He made porn.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, he's a
Tommy with something or another.
cameraman. What's the name? What's the official name for somebody who's like shoots video professionally?
A director?
Videographer?
A filmographer?
No,
A
he's not. I mean, he is a
cinematographer?
photographer, but he videographer, whatever. He's a cameraman. He professionally operates cameras, and he's worked
Yeah.
on TV shows and movies and things like that. But mostly,
He
he worked on
shoots
porn.
hmm
Cool.
He shot a lot of porn. He's actually a great dude.
Yep.
Oh.
He told me happy birthday yesterday. He remembered my birthday.
Aww.
There's I guess it's a big. He worked for two big porn companies. One was called Vivid. I remember that.
Yeah.
He shot for Vivid for like years. And I was in a commercial when I worked at the gym. I was in a commercial for the gym. And he shot the commercial for the gym. That's how I met him.
Mhm.
Did
But
you
he's a
have to
great
like
dude.
say any lines, or were you just in there looking cool?
I'll send it to you guys.
Oh God.
Aw.
Hang on.
It's gonna be great. We'll watch this commercial. I don't know. I might have to watch it off screen first. Preview it for the channel.
Yeah, I was a child. I remember that. I can't find it now. It may not be around anymore.
Mm.
But there's a scene where I kick a child into space.
Wow.
Oh God.
Is it the same?
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, that sounds right for a gym commercial.
it was a martial arts gym, so like, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So you guys disappear in the night
Gosh.
with this chick still she's like fucking yelling up at the balcony at this dude, and he's on the balcony yelling back down at her.
Yeah.
And they're in some sort of middle of some sort of like argument. You have to literally pull her away, and she's like, "And one more fucking thing, by the
Look,
way, not
just,
that fucking weird wart you got."
You can write him a letter, okay?
Oh, I'm gonna
No.
write him a letter, but I got stuff to say right now, and like you guys have to literally physically like pull her away. Um,
No,
off
just
into the
just break it with it by telegram.
just off into the darkness of the night. Layla, can you, Curtis is like, just make it stop, Layla. Just make it stop. Layla cast silent.
I don't have silent.
Anyway, it doesn't
Who
matter.
does, but
So you guys pull her off into the night, and that's what we'll pick up next week. Is you guys running off with this dude's kidnapped girlfriend, whatever the
Girlfriend?
fuck's
Question
going on there.
Fun interest.
GG.
GG guys.
I can't wait for next week.
Oh
She
boy.
sounds fun.
It's gonna be
she's-
great.
We're gonna have pizza and petties.
Next time
That's
on
gonna-
DNT.
That's gonna be the title of the stream. Pizza and petties.
Best week.
Oh my
Go to
gosh.
Dino's. Get pizza and pennies.
That's right. Pizza and
Let
petties.
me know when you're off the street.
Oh, aren't we gonna do the thing of the week? Who's the MVP?
yeah.
You guys want to level up?
Sure.
Yeah.
I feel like it's about time that you level up.
Ooh.
Is it time?
Yeah. Have you ended your stream yet? I don't want to post this link to you in your stream.
No, it's gonna be 2 minutes because I'm running an ad.
Okay, cool.
So let's do
So-
MVP first.
So yeah, what were we talking about?
MVP of the night. Are you drunk?
Oh, okay. A little bit.
God.
Two things. First, coolest moments. Anybody got any cool moments they want to call out?
I like the Minotaur or the Mini Tour.
Oh
The
yeah.
mini tour.
He's great.
Mini tour dwarf.
Armitage.
Armitage, yeah.
I
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
was going to just name off a lot of parts I liked, but
Yeah, keep going. Minotaur Dwarf, that's one.
The Chris dragging people into the bush. The Curtis leaving behind Lord Never Ember being shell shocked.
Just leaning over a table tell us where he is. And I was just like, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, fucking that was
Creepy look.
pretty crazy. You guys literally could have just like not gone to this house, and
But-
we just gone on to the next thing.
yeah, but it also we were kind of like felt like obligated, like, oh, he kidnapped her. Yeah, we'll save her, but not for you. Correct.
Yep.
Curtis versus
Mhm.
Never Ember.
And we get free petties out of it, so
Also true. Free mani
Do we
petty.
get free petties?
Yeah, she didn't say she was paying for them.
well, I
Yeah.
hope it is.
No.
Or maybe she can just charge it to Neverember.
Yeah, she'd be like, just send the bill below Never Ember.
Yeah.
That's right.
You
Just
do
That
the
is
voice better than me. Oh shit,
That's
that's so good, Kat. That's like perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
very good.
So that's you guys were level 6. You're gonna go up to 7.
Oh shit.
And okay, and then MVP. Who do we think was MVP tonight?
Oh shit.
Curtis.
Level 7. Definitely Curtis.
Oh, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do you
Curtis
think, Curtis?
MVP.
You
For
fucking
the
killed
Never
it.
Ember shenanigans.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Okay. So Curtis, you get to start next session with inspiration.
And the whole enthralling us and getting us through the gate.
Yeah,
Mm.
this is true.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Guy gets
People love
engaged,
Curtis.
got Never Ember to just spill his guts. Curtis pulled some straight up bard shit.
Hardcore bard shit.
Curtis,
Yeah.
loves Curtis.
So we're gonna.
Just for you. Oh my god, I'd say you're such a dick, but clearly you're lacking.
Oh
Yay.
god. Oh my god.
I can't do that voice, but that's the one you should imagine.
Awesome. All right. Good night, stream.
Midnight.
Bye. Love you. Love you. Bye.